All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. All right. All right. We got audio. We got audio. We got audio. Need a little bit more backlighter. Some shit. What is it that we need more of? Going on? Trying something new here. Let's see. Hello. Let's see. There we go. A little more brightness there. Maybe a little bit more. Right about right there, maybe. Maybe a little bit of backlight. Can I adjust that? Nope. It's not gonna let me adjust that. Whoa. 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 It's either on or off. That's that adjustment. All right. Better one, better two. Better one, better two. Like when you go to the fucking optometrist. I don't know how many of you guys are blind like me. All right. All right. I think that's good enough. So I'll let that just do its fucking festival. All right, all right, all right. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. So, you guys see me? You guys see me? You guys see me? You guys see me? You guys hear me? You guys see the press? Hello? The press? The press? The press is not even live right now. What's going on with that? Let me see real quick. Get that fixed. See if GoPro wants to be a little bitch. Ah, there we go. There we go. All right, fantastic. So we're gonna do something a little bit different today. Try a little picture in picture. You guys can see me, hear me, see what I'm doing. Hopefully everything runs smooth, but fuck, it's SB and V Labs, so nothing ever goes smooth here. All right, so we're gonna get straight into this. I'm trying to do a lot of shit today, so I'm gonna turn you and get you down here on the workstation. See what I'm doing. Looks a little funky now with the brightness, don't it? Turn that down a little bit. Right about how about that right there, huh? All right. And then let me get my music going too, because I need to get in my fucking zone. So we're gonna get some sound going. Some Mystic the motherfucking goat dropping some new bars. I feel like the sun. So I'm gonna turn my headphones up. Ugh, yeet, heavy already. Running the mud, beat on my chest, about to get bucked, getting stuck. We got all of our pucks already prepped. We got 4 pucks out of our 160 to 189. And then we've got however many pucks this is, I didn't even count them. I think it was like 6 or 7. 7. So we'll go ahead and weigh these out and then put them back in their case, throw them on the press, and we're gonna get down. Feel like a sun. Okay. I got the freeze dryer over here. I'm on defrost mode right now. So I got some ice that I had just put everywhere. Gotta dry it up. Make sure none of these pucks get wet. Hey. It's always good to have a nice clean piece of parchment ready to go. So, Rosin Evolution for the win. throw this down here, just in case. I mean, like, where can I get a glove out of here, bro? I feel like I was gonna have to tear him to get it out. So the easiest way to do this, in my opinion, ow, we're gonna go to your mama's house. I mean, we're gonna go to Google Sheets. And I'll go ahead and grab here in a second. So we got 4 bags of the 160 for 189. And then we got our 73 through 120. And I mixed the 120 to 160 in with the 160 to 189 because there's only a couple grams. Same thing with the 45. I got mixed in 160 to 180. 73 to 120 is all by itself. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and lay this out. Now check it. I think you guys can still see what I'm doing. Each one of these pouches, these envelopes, is just a half a square. So I'm gonna take this. My AC is on right now. And turn it off, which is gonna help me because the scale is so fucking sensitive. It's gonna detect the airflow. We got our paper on there, and now I'm gonna go ahead and throw on 2 of the bags because each one of these cups is double bagged, and so that will help me go ahead and tear this out. 1, 2, teared, good to go. Put our bags back. Don't need this anymore. I'll use this paper. Oh wait, I'm binding on the computer. I don't need the paper. So we'll take the first one, 14.5. This next one is 15.9. Next, 15.9. It's 9.6, but I don't really care. It don't matter. I didn't even need to put the 1 on there anyway. 16.4. Okay. We got those set aside. And on Google Sheets, it sums it up for you, 62.72. Okay. $67 or 62.7. And we're gonna move on real quick. Let's see what we got on our full spec for 73 to 120. This first one is 20.1. But it seems my only options in my settings are all or none. You are my power, but I'm all for one. And I got a passion 21.8. This is a mix from Hambone Gardens. It contains Julius Caesar, Mindo Breath, Oil Tanker, Epoxy OG, Bruce Banner, Apple Fritter, $22.2. $1.5. $23.5. $152.2. Okay. Till next time, my friend. Till next time. We'll turn our AC back on. We're going to set the temp to 74.
Yeah. Listen, so much life going on. I'm alright, I'm not wrong. I'm a knight, I'm a pawn.
Oh, motherfucking righty then. Let's get it. All right, so we're all prepped. We're going to get straight into it. The first test press is going to be at 180. We're going to test it and see how it flows. This is the 160 to 189, as well, or actually it's the 120 to 189, and the 45 to 72. So I was going to turn this. I don't even know if you can see too well, but let's see. So you could see how I'm pressing. Skibbity womp. I have a feeling we might increase the temp on this press a little bit, up to about maybe 200. But we'll have to see how it's looking and how it's cooking. This chair puts me at just the right height. I can get my puck centered. I'm using 2.5 by 4.5 inch 25 micron bags from Rosin. Using 2 of them, so it's double wrapped. So a little bit. I'm not like these other niggas. You can't see just how I'm different. Nigga, I'm fucking on mission. I'm flow through the space and time. I fucking rip it. This shit is a shame. I fucking change. Makes it just a little bit easier for you guys to see when I do that. Remember, this is not the main squeeze here. This is the side bitch press right here. So the next press will get probably a little bit better as far as the flow goes, but we'll have to see.
flow. We like watching how you grows. We got haters in the chat, but we got it on control. We be chilling in the chat, we be scooping up the
Yeah,
daily. Niggas wanna
180.
know
Got to
if we
give it
on the
time
rise,
to
bro.
warm
Ain't
up.
another thing but change the whole game. Wanna know the knowledge and bring it to one place. You looking for the best, it's right in your face. Watching enough answers apply the whole race. Give anyone a dab of the window. Watch them fall over like a cup when the wind blow. Automated room to simulate the outdoor, but it's all inside, so that's why they call it indoor. Gotta explain it to all the bimbos that act hella simple. Wouldn't know hash from the crust on the big toe. Hash rising for the whole goal is the way SPMV started his ripple.
I just
Started
listed all the
spitting real
strains.
talk.
You're gonna have to
Lyrical
go back and
physical
listen
cripple
to
or
that one
nasty
again. I'm not
lyrical
doing
puts
that
in the
over
hipple. Beats like hand me the
again.
quiet and hand
It's
me
like
the
a
zipper.
bunch
Hand
of
me the
different
sickle and I like the pistol or
strains.
maybe a pistol or diggle at that. In the rig get whistle or feel it and hit you. You know it's gonna get you.
Oh,
You
you can see the
cannot
logo on the
escape.
back now.
Go
That's
hit
cool.
that bait. SPMV hit that window in space. He be right back on line, no mistake. Getting shit done.
Hmm.
Fake with that man don't face.
Not
Plus
sure how
go
I'm
hit a
feeling
heat,
about
go get
this
a
temp.
race.
I think it
Happy
needs
to
to
leave,
be
you couldn't replace.
a
Another
little
tenor leave
higher,
it
but
like a
we'll see.
bass. Look in the mirror, hello to your
Adjust it.
face. Knowing
See
that
ya.
window is hard to replace. Take a break, it's so slang. Take a hit, it's so dang. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah,
Sorry, I'm trying to get you guys in just the right spot.
yeah.
A little difficult. If you guys are gonna come back into the chat because the GoPro doesn't focus well up close at all. Shit. I'm over here fucking pushing the wrong button. My bad. And then the temp shits right here. I don't know. There, you can see it. We're at 185. So if we're at 185 and it's gushing this slow, um, we'll have to see once it gets to the full spec stuff. But typically would like to see a little bit more flow. Get it off the plates a little bit faster, you know? It's not always about, super low and slow. Sometimes it's just the most efficient way to get it off plates. I'm gonna go ahead and bump this pressure up here.
Been had it, can't lose it. I'm perfect. I ain't even this different on purpose. Make me see copies is worth it. Real make it come through with the burning source.
These are 4x7 low temp cage plates. I have gold plates on the way, customized ones. Well, they're supposed to be on the way soon, hopefully.
I respect, gotta earn it. I can see your future based off your decisions, then learn it. I keep that strong like I'm Hercules determined. We rolling up that Zeus packs and you know that we burn it. Nothing.
Now, if I recall correctly, these were what, 15 grams or so each. Yeah, so these are 15 grams each at a 50% return on this shit. Sometimes 40% on the 160 plus. I would expect to get at least 5 to 6 grams here, at least 5 to 6. But we'll see. It doesn't look like it right now. This wasn't the frostiest trim run that I've had, though. We're at 11 tons right now. Never got my main or my backup back. All right. So we're gonna get out of that one. I'm not really too interested in letting that go any further. Oh, now you wanna? Yeah.
Gotta make big decisions, no big surprise. Sometimes you gotta fall before you rise. I'm a real guy, you can see it in my eyes. It's what they hate, that's what they despise. That's just how I
The
live
fuck.
my life. Just how I live my life. Savage.
All right, that's enough. Shake it more than twice. You're playing with it. All right. Well, not a bad extraction on that. Oh my God! I finally have a light that shows you what it actually looks like in person. Hold on. Let me put the other colors. Hold on. Hold on.
We got a
We got that. Ooh,
moving the
ooh,
dabbing the
ooh. Hey,
talk
that's
like
not it.
we got a
Nope. That one makes it look darker.
moving the we dabbing the we keep the stuff like a
Nope.
we got a
That one,
moving
maybe.
the dabbing
That
the
one's a little bit better.
we got the talk like a
I think that one, maybe. I don't know. Can't tell now.
yeah.
That
This
one.
hash got me choking my throat. I'm hoping
I don't know. I
you
can't tell now.
out with like
I
past
can't tell at all.
dehydrated,
All
violated,
right, let's do another one.
getting annihilated. I
Let's go in a little bit
get I need
warmer
to
though. We're
play.
gonna go in
I
at
got to get check myself
we're gonna
before
hit
I fucking wreck myself. Could
select
have
on zone
damn that
B.
could be bad for my
Oh
health.
my motherfucker.
The
Okay, we gotta hit
baby
stop
letting you
first and
know.
then heat it up
Gotta
again.
keep you on
So
your
we'll select zone
don't
A.
drink, forget to
And
stay
I
just
think
cause
I'm
you
gonna go
fucking
for
big ball.
motherfucking
They say it make you forget. Nah, I just change my
mm,
perspective. It's what's
mm,
important in the moment. Everything else selective.
195.
Nah, I'm paranoid. Here sounds like detective snooping around my
Yes.
thoughts like damn, I'm
B.
high. This shit
You can go up to
impressive. It's
195
super
too.
impressive.
Right, you can do a
Like
10
some
degree
10
jump. We'll
chords
hit
hooked
go.
into the banger
Heat
track
it
on
up
below.
and go again.
Boy,
Yes.
now I'm just
All right. So
starting
now
out. Can't
forming
even
it
wait
up.
for the verses
The
I'm
top is
spitting.
at
I
185. The
even got
bottom's at
people high from
184.
SC all the way up to Linton. I've been on a mission like nigga, who you kidding? I'm something
Am I
like
dumb?
Michael
Did I
Jordan.
not?
You barely pimping.
Did I not tell you to
You
warm up to
barely pimping.
195?
Moving the
It's not
dabbing the
moving.
we get this all like a we got a moving the
Nope. They're set to 195.
we
That's a
dabbing the
fact. Okay. There we
we
go.
get this all like a
184,
we got a
185.
moving the
It's cool. Anytime you want to hurry the fuck up here, Rosin.
Earth smelling, got them butts swelling. No, we ain't silly. Keep them frost smelling, stay blowing down like Windy City. We in a half shed, niggas getting litty. Know that I'm always seeking something. Dabbing that blue gelati at 420.
Wow,
Nigga,
this
I'm
is the
telling you that I'm
slowest
greedy.
fucking warm up.
Took this
My
booty
old
straight
plates
off the
warmed up
ocean.
this
Shorty
fast
gave me the shakes way off the Richter, but that's my
on a
fault.
slow
I
day.
was off that
God
liquor.
damn.
Yes, I was off that liquor.
All right, well, we're just gonna keep going at this temp, I guess. Terpene profile like grape skunk funky gem sock. It's off-putting, but you want to smell it again because of the grape in it. One of those things where it offends you and interests you at the same time. 202, 212. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't want to diminish the terpene profile or add that cooked taste to it because it's trimmed, so it happens easily. 192. Okay, let's go. Getting to pressure a little bit faster because we're getting heat through the puck a little bit faster. See it? It's warming up. It's cruising along the puck. It's going. It's going. The whole puck is almost wet. It's ready to go. It's ready to.
I've been saving power to give my dreams a lifeline. Ain't no
Mm.
going back to the past, so don't even try. I've been having so much fun with my future, stay on the grind, so go get it. This time flies, it's so much that I have to do, ain't no time for goodbyes. I've been enjoying my food again, man, I had some good ass fries. I've been
What are you
thinking
doing,
life
baby?
instead of how I'm gonna
I'm getting
die.
your wet.
I've been talking to the people that I push out of my mind. I've been keeping all this hatred and this ugliness inside. Gotta let it go when you win so my dreams can survive.
What's up, chef?
Grinding, gotta learn my craft, but that takes time. Was devoted, but I just revoked it. It's better out this way, and everyone knows it. At least I'm the only one man enough to own it. I've been paying with my
All right.
life and my friendship. What's the bonus? And
Point
then there's
5 gram hit of
competition.
live hash
Never
rosin
been
with some
trying to
duck.
own it. Didn't level up not once, and that was with the bonus. Now I'm on my own shit,
I
but
want
I'm
to take a
just trying
dab.
to own it without
I
being
don't dab in
lonely.
here though.
Keep it ulterior mode. There's no negativity, no fake positivity either. Just the ones that wanna see me
That's
fail.
my fucking hidden jutsu right there, bro.
Cause I gotta
Fucking.
move with purpose. Trying to grow and people feel like my time is a service. I know that I'm not
Telling you,
alone.
dude.
I've been feeling so worthless.
Look at her
Nobody
go.
lifted me up until
We're
I
getting
felt
into some
hopeless.
heavier pressure now, so she's gonna change a little bit, but I don't care. I want all of my terps out of her. I'm not gonna discriminate against my terps. Like, haha, terps, you guys are darker. I don't want you. I just want you ones, you white terps. No, give me all the terps. Mix them up together. It's a fucking melting pot. That was a substantial pressure increase right now. About 3 tons, all in one press. Another one, another two. All right, 10 tons. That Naruto, that's right, baby. I think 202, 204. How much that about? And this is what I do when I pull it off. If I were smart, I would use a dab tool, but ain't nobody got time for that. Can you see it if I push this? Almost. So I take my thumb or another finger and I just push down on the fold on the top and squeeze the rosin out. See? Nothing too crazy, nothing complicated. Just squeeze the rosin out. Don't burn yourself. That's why you should use a dab tool. Okay. And then I just whoop, whoop. So the yield is not extremely high, but we're going to get the most out of the quality. Okay. And then I open it up while it's still warm. My preference is to open it up while it's still warm. A lot of people like to let it cool down, and I respect that. Just, everybody has their ways, right? But if you do it this way, look, And then I have a nice big piece of metal, my original B&V plates, and I'll go ahead and I'll slap some parchment around the puck that came off the press, throw it on the table, and throw this big hunk of monk of metal on there. Little smash tastic. Oh, look at that shit. Smash. In between parchment. You don't want condensation, and this is not too cold. It's just cool. Okay. Based on that press, I think we're increasing the temp. So I'm gonna hit stop. Adjust zone A. We're going with B&V's favorite temp of 204. I swear to God, I don't care what anybody says. 202 to 204 has been consistently the best press temperature for me. Whether it was flour, raw, hash, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's been consistently the best. Trying to make fresh frozen. Why would you make fresh frozen? God damn it, people. Because once you decide to go fresh frozen, there's no going back. So if you fuck it up, you're fucked. That's why you don't do fresh frozen. That and it's inferior, in my opinion, to dried product. But you know, teach his own. I would be pissed if we're at a 197. It's going. It's doing its thing. I don't feel like waiting. We're just going for it. Failure, epic fail, 4 gram yield. Shoosh, shoosh, shoosh. How's the video quality for this webcam? It's a C. It's a what the fuck is it? CP Logic, some shit. I don't know. It was one of the best ones, or highest rated ones when I looked up streaming webcams a while ago. So I picked it up. It was maybe a year ago now. I don't know. What PSI am I hitting? Well, I don't measure it in PSI. I measure it in tons on my gauge, um, or in balls. When my balls tell me it's time to stop, I get this. You know that feeling right before you get into a crash or a car accident? That oh shit feeling where your balls jump into your stomach and then maybe try and make their way into your chest, and you're like, ooh, right? When it's a near miss, like a kid narrowly misses being like knocked off his bike or some shit. I don't know. That that's that's where I'm like, oh shit, it's time to stop. But I usually go up to about 10 to 12 tons. Okay, so if we work the math on this real quick, I can't do it in my head. I'm too much of a stoner, but watch this. Okay, let's just go with 10 tons. Okay, a ton, 2,000. Okay, so if we go up to 10 tons, that's 20,000 psi. Now, if we divide that by our pressing surface, which on a 2.5 by 4.5 inch bag, I usually put about 4 inches times 2.5, which gives us 10 square inches. So 10 square inches. So if you divide that 20,000 by 10, okay, that's actually 2,000 psi. Okay, so 10,000 psi is about the maximum that I would press to. But you know, whatever. I think I did that right. I don't know. See, I told you can't do that shit in my head. But that's how you work it out. Okay, 1 ton, 2,000 psi. Okay, you have to divide that by your surface area of your bag. Now, I've never had a Glock before. Nah, that's rookie moves because we do stuff like this once it gets too far.
SBMB squad. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sweetheart,
Uh,
squad, squad,
yeah.
squad.
Such a good
Yeah,
feeling. It's such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling. Such a good
yeah.
feeling.
It's such a
Oh
good
shit, we
feeling.
have 90 viewers in here. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Got the single
I
source
haven't had
straight
that
from
many
the
viewers in a
source.
while.
See it dripping in the jar. I'ma need like
And
40
I'm in
more.
live
This
chat
the
and I
beat,
only
yeah.
see the
This the
regulars
beat.
talking. And
Feeling so
that's
euphoric that I can't
why
ignore me.
I normally
Take
see
the
way
doors,
more
we just
people.
take
I
it
must
nice
be.
orally. Y'all has to move your
Hold on.
ways, cause I know y'all not as
Hold
strong as
on.
me. And if you're trying to dab like me, get right with SB and B. Whipping up the best hash, every dab's a great dab. Make you wanna keep your bankroll
Bro, do I need to
intact.
throw up some more
Taste
Naruto
good,
gang
dab
signs for
good.
that origami
Prefer
fold I
the
just
ones
did?
that don't taste bad.
Haven't had that
When
many
the
viewers. When the
dabs
dabs
don't
don't
taste bad,
taste bad.
make you wanna keep the bank
And I'm
clean.
in live
When your
chat
dabs
and
don't
I only
taste
see
bad.
the regulars. You guys are gonna hear me echo for a second. Sorry.
Make sure you use a soap when you clean your rig. Like you know how to wash dishes.
SBMB
SBMB
squad.
squad.
Ugh, look at that. It's good in there. So I put my face in there. Bro, I need a dab after this one. I need a dab before we get to the main event. Because we got one more test press to go. And then we got seven full, 73 to or seven, yeah, 72, 73, 73 to 120. So yeah, I need a dab because this is only gonna get more awkward and
They would treat
weird
you down to
because when
purpose.
I'm not
Put you
high
before than
and
anything.
I'm bored, which
They gon' treat you like you
I'm watching
purpose.
fucking paint
Put
dry
your
right
faith
now,
into
basically.
life.
I know this is exciting to you
You
guys,
feel
but
the
I've done
pain,
this so
feel the
much.
hurt.
I'm just kind of focused and listening to
Persevere.
music. But I will get
See
bored and
myself in
start
another
talking about
fight.
random shit,
Doing wrong,
making random
doing what is
noises,
right.
making my own theme
On the
song,
surface, feel the fairness in the
sound
surface. I'm
effects. You
above
guys
it
don't
on
want
the
it.
surface. Simple
You guys
purpose.
don't want it.
To give you a new purpose.
Gonna have to take a dabaroni.
Forget the repetition of these days. Come to
We're at
life.
10 tons.
No
My
more
balls
waiting
just
on
gave me a little,
throne. Yeah,
like a
your
little,
phone will
stop,
be displays.
careful.
All I fear is no throne.
So now I'm
What you
gonna
say?
reset up to the top,
No throne for you to say.
regauge how I feel about
No throne for you
this.
to
I'm looking at
say.
it, looks fine,
No,
but
there's no
you know.
throne for you to say. There's no throne for you to say. They always say you deserve better.
All right,
Just
we're at
say,
11.
don't we all? Yeah. Face gets redder, these ties get severed, but it gets better when I fall into the chair of persecution. Full intellect, just a need to know basis that we fill the whole days with just some fake shit in a place
Here's a
where you
pro
can
tip:
never show your face with
pull your rod
hatred.
out
Still gardening,
and place it somewhere
this is what I
else
live
before
in.
you
Life
release
is a
pressure
rough struggle,
when you're
but
at,
we making decisions.
full
Feeling
capacity or full
sick,
pressure.
yeah.
Because if you
But
release
no, I
pressure,
respect
sometimes what
no
happens
fucking
is,
fake
I'll
shit.
demonstrate just so you guys see.
Take it
You're gonna not want to do
or
this.
leave it.
It's at the top right now.
Feeling
Watch what happens.
crazy.
See how it fell? But I caught it and I didn't let it bounce. But I don't want it fucking up my epoxy floor. But point is, pull it out of that motherfucker before you release pressure.
Just like
And if you have the same pressure as me, you can just slide it right in the rails and it holds it for you. And you're Gucci Gucci. So pull this out. Ooh, it's like a peanut butter. If peanut butter and honey had a baby, that's what's in between this paper. Oh yeah, not see that shit. Which reminds me of Ed, Ed and Eddie. Me and my niggas, we like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Pushing through the crowd, got a big joint of that loud shit. Feeling like I'm floating, so my feet don't make a sound. Making hella clouds in the field, not just a shroud. It's just as a darker sound. My weed smell like coffee ground. Busting up my heart it pounds. Senses strike me like a hound. I'm the highest in the
All
town.
right.
They make me feel a clown.
This is the press that we need to pay attention to because This is now the last of the test presses. We've experimented with 185, 195, and 204. I don't think I need to go higher than that based on what I've seen. The degradation becomes too apparent once we get about a minute in towards the end of the press, and I don't want that. So I'm definitely not going to go any higher than 204. If anything, I might actually drop the temperature back down a little bit. Maybe that 202, and I know it sounds insignificant, but every degree counts. So I might drop it down to 202. I might drop it back down into the 195 range because that also looks really good. So this one is going to be pretty key for me to pay attention to. And then this is going to be the last one. Like I said, we're going to go into the 7 degrees after this, which obviously are going to be a little bit more sensitive to temperature, come out a little bit better. So we want to make sure that we get as close to the right temperature that we're going to want for those ones with the test press stuff while we can. We don't want to have to be jumping all over temperature wise, trying to find the right temperature when we're pressing the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, I see flow. Here it comes.
Crazy baby breaking down like they can't shake them around me. Know the all I need. They just don't do it like me. Yo, junkie running stampede, bad vibes.
We're just at 1 ton now,
Massive my session. We don't
and we're
mess with
flowing good.
nobody.
We're going to go ahead and apply constant pressure increase, very small. Look, I'm using my pinky just to demonstrate. I'm being extra, but I'm using that to demonstrate how little force I'm actually applying. And I stuck my pinky in the fucking hole, and I'm just pulling it down with that. So it's not a lot of force. That should hurt. Just a little bit of pressure. We're at 2 tons. Okay, so that's 400 psi. And we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna see the color start to change here a little bit as I go past the 3 ton mark. And we're gonna go ahead and get it up to about 5 tons and probably let it chill, chill, chill. I don't really look at the gauge unless I'm trying to explain stuff to you guys because it helps you guys understand where I'm at. I do everything by visuals and sometimes steering as well, depending on what I'm pressing and what temperature I'm at. But I do everything based off of how it looks. So as I'm explaining this, I could almost put a camera looking at the gauge and only you guys look at it, and I'll just look at it ahead and I can pretty much tell you about what pressure we're at throughout the entire press. And that comes from using this same press for the past 5 or so years. It's just I've developed such a feel for it, and the low temp definitely was an adjustment that I had to make. Feels slightly different. The springs are different. They're smaller. The rate on them is a lot higher than on mine. They're stiffer, basically. They're not really well worked in either, but anyways, we're passing 6 tons here, and we're just going to go ahead and get the rest of this out. So here's what I've been able to determine is that if we go ahead and stick with this 204 temp, we need to get this press done pretty quick and get all the way up into our full extraction temp before we let it just sit there. We need to probably go straight from our flow zone, and once it starts to slow down, start applying continuous pressure and not stop until we get up to our full 10 to 12 tons, because this hash is continuously flowing even at 10 tons. So clearly we need to just get it up to that spot, get the flow, get it all out. We're at passing 11 tons now, and I'm at 12 now.
If you look at the clouds and they shape like tits, I've been dabbing all day and I made that shit. About to blow another
All
remember
right,
that
and you'll
shit.
see I'm gonna go ahead and
Been
take
a
this
whole
off,
office when I'm on my eyebrows tip.
fix
Talking
it
shit,
there.
get your
Before I
girl on the flip
release, I'm
raw.
gonna go ahead and
Send you 19
push some
cold
of this
hits.
drip out. It'll
My
help
God,
me
I'm sick. Need some
with
hash
the
to make the day
collection.
a little brighter. Make me wanna stay up grinding, trying to pull her all night. And yeah, you know that I'm a fighter. I'm out here looking like I'm about to make you pay the piper. You baby smoke, stealing diapers on a rainy
And
day.
then
When I
release
see your
pressure.
diapers, I can brighten up my
And we're
day.
done with all of our test
Raise a flow
press
to the
stuff.
sky, gotta make time to get
So
high. My frustrations wash away and then
I
I
guess I could turn
remember
you
why.
this way.
Remember why. Yeah, like don't get easier.
Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a little bright. Could be excessively bright. Okay, we're gonna let that cool. Got our pucks here and our papers here with everything that we need to collect. So this is another time when it pays to have some spare parchment handy. And what you're going to use this for is basically a catch sheet for opening up your other parchment pieces. And usually the rosin will overflow the edge of the paper just a tad. So when you open these up, it's nice to have them down on some clean parchment. This one's not ready to open up, guys. Still a little warm. But I want to take a dab. So you guys, should I just bring it in here? No, no. I told myself I wasn't going to dab in here. So you guys can come with me. I'm going to unplug the GoPro. And you guys are going to go there. All right. Let's see. Got everything in there. Yeah. All right. Ooh, ah. Oh, the webcam is so much easier than the GoPro to move around too.
Got a new pack with the same old flow, same old skill from the same young goat. Go against me, it's gonna be the same old
Same
throw. I know
result.
this folk know that they don't want smoke. Tryna break cruising on that same old boat, smoking on a black one, and I ain't gon' choke. Gonna set a lot of things, people ain't a lot of things, but I already know that they ain't gon' go. I'ma be the first to say there ain't no hope, but at least before I
What
break,
looks
I'ma let a nigga go.
unused? Be quiet, you boys. I'll come feed you in a minute. Motherfucker, boys. You motherfuckers. What's going on? Let me fix this. That looks better. Sorry that the focus is a little funky. Let's see. Probably needs a little bit more background to focus or something. I don't know. Oh, anyways, it don't matter. Let's get a motherfucking dab, boys. Me, professional. I'm a clown, man. Are you kidding me? I do zero editing.
I'm a
I
hunter, 100,000 years to evolution. I'm up in
yell
your
at my kids
dreams,
every other
prone to
stream.
pollution. Eating your dreams, loving the screams. Cold sweat
Cheers.
dripping down your neck. Shadow hunter on your flesh. Pay the debt of your
My banger's
respect.
dirty. Shut up.
More important than it seems. Once you're one of us, you'll soon believe. I've been watching through these walls for your soul to retrieve. I've been in your dreams, I've been eating all your dreams. And looking at your greed, I'm looking at your greed. It give me what I need, it give me what I need. The pain of being life advice, no disease. Look into my eyes, don't try to appease. Can't help but stare into the glare down on your knees. Yeah, I made all your dreams, your whole life. You've been asleep, your soul is mine to keep. I will not let you weep. Now going back to sleep. I think it's time to eat. I've been underneath your dreams. Your whole life you've been asleep. Your soul is mine to keep. Will not let you weep. Now going back to sleep. I think it's time to eat. Yeah, I made all your dreams. Yeah, I made all your dreams. I used to be smoking on the gas with the gas leaves. Nightmare cookies is that fire if you ask me. Ghost joints roll happy, then go roll it up snappy. Smoke down on the couch in your mind while I'm meshing. No catch 'em, you just a Spider-Man. No venom, can't fight back. You're in my world, you're all mine. Till I end them, no ascension, no earth, no bending. Just another full course meal. I'm about to put a pin in. I'ma haunt you, I'ma always haunt you. Cause I'm a haunter. Yeah, I'm a, I'm a haunter. Walking through the walls, hold your breath like, oh, I'm a haunter.
Mm-hmm. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Whoa. Whoa. Get your ass back up here. My tablet decided, or my laptop decided to go with the tablet, fold in half.
Yeah, commercially.
Whew.
Okay. Yeah, I got my gas in the whip. Yeah, yeah. You know I hit the gas when I whip. I be counting blue cash with the strips.
For a freeze drying
Yeah,
tip, go watch the video I did
freeze
with the
like
old
shit.
rose.
Yeah, Nike tags on my city. More importantly, the motherfuckers in it. Yeah, I be
Man,
driving just to win.
I drank all the soda
See the
already.
whole world where I'm sitting.
We need to get a
See the
fountain
whole
drink. I
world
told
where
you.
I'm sitting.
I'm gonna get it on tap.
They all wanna laugh at me, granted. They wanna see the whole world where I'm sitting. I've been making moves to get the deficit. Yeah, trying to read my thoughts last when I spit 'em. All my homies sell drugs or sell demos. Independency and no, I don't switch. I'm trying to find a get rich
All
opportunity
right,
dilemmas. Yeah, when I'm in
let's
Rome,
do
there's
it.
no rent, no
I don't like how
See
it
the
feels in
Benz or
here.
Ferrari, I can
Drop the
cover
temp
X
down,
amount of money.
tab.
Shit, who people got as long as I can keep my head up. Really, I'm just trying to party and all. So keep my breath till
Okay,
I'm barely moving harder. Cause I get so
this
fucking naughty.
thing
Catch me
was
sipping,
on.
probably have a headache.
Now,
I'ma
one of
call
the
it a
things that I do a
night.
little bit
Got some
different
cool
than
things from the
other
hangover.
people is I
Took
don't
a few
use any
flashbacks
tools to
like
collect.
Katrina to the hangar. Found a beat from
I
Atlanta,
uh,
fucked around and made a banger. Remember
I
all the
just use
high
the
school homies
parchment,
that have a
and
name.
that behind me,
Cause when I went back
that
to school, I never
that's
had
a
a name.
DX Mini
Hate a
from
player, but I'm
Innovative
on
Solutions
homies,
MMG,
gotta hang 'em.
MMJ.
You don't got a dollar,
Um,
stop asking for my paper.
Ionizer,
At
pretty
least I
much.
lean and polish though for
Just keeps
closing on my
everything nice
shit.
and good.
Hustle off the red, yeah.
All right, let's do
And I
this.
got the, and you know I got the
So I don't necessarily care to collect
yeah.
this shit just yet.
And you know
Um,
I hit the gas when I whip.
look like two
I be
fucking
counting blue
penises
cash with the strips.
inside of paper
Yeah,
or big doo doo
freeze
logs.
like a rip. Yeah, and Nike
Oh
tags
wait,
on
I'm
my
back now.
city.
I should plug in this camera.
More
Hold
importantly, the motherfuckers in it.
on.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna warn you guys in advance. Whatever this strain is that I've been
where I'm
dabbing, it gets
sitting.
me really, really high.
I wanna see the whole
I
world
forgot
where
what
I'm
mix it
sitting.
was, but
Every day I wanna
it gets
let
me
the beat
really
grip.
fucking high.
I wanna see the whole world where I'm sitting.
Excuse me.
Bad bitch in the cut and she dripping. Rolling raps in the cut in the kitchen. Yeah. Drop a tab of acid, now I'm tripping. Fuck
Okay,
around,
I'm
yeah,
good
I
to go
might
for a
just
back real
cut some
quick.
mission. Yeah. I'm
Oh
fucking
yeah,
with
I
the
gotta
shorty,
turn it
think I
on.
might be gifted then.
Oh
Spend
well.
all my time, fuck around and getting lifted up.
Don't judge me,
You in the club
assholes.
and it might have
Gotta
been
take up.
different, yeah. I don't fuck with you, no, not with your decisions either. Yeah, I'm just in the cut and I'm getting higher, yeah, yeah. Smoking in the cut, yeah, let's see the for the vibe, yeah. Ooh, I'm vibing with my tribe. That's the way I feel alive. That's the way I feel so right. I be feeling good tonight. I'm just trying to have a good
So we
time.
still have.
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
the
open this
for
up
the
for you.
vibe. Yeah, you know I got the gas in the zip. I be counting blue
So
cash with the strips, yeah.
it's so warm.
Got my gas in the zip.
It's
Yeah,
warm, man.
you know I hit the gas in the zip. I be counting blue cash with the strips. Yeah, I grab that ass on your bitch.
All right. So we'll put all of these inside of here. Let them chill. Close this up. Set this aside. That all came from these pucks. We leave the puck in there. And we know what that is. So leave it alone. All right. So next, we're
What
gonna go
bang?
ahead
I
and
got
start
that
with all
fire.
of
Real
these.
deep, make all of the rules
I
fire.
feel like
Send a nigga
because of
to
the
the
way that the
slaughter. We can
160
put
came
this
out
together
at
together. Like we
195.
been to school. Before we die, we
Look at
both
me when
gon'
I
be
talk to
cool.
you.
Never caught a lick,
Hey,
we know
look
each
at
other.
look at me.
That's true, we both can always
Because
tell
of
each
the way
other.
that it came out at
Never been a real
195,
man,
it came
guess
out
we ain't
really,
meant to
really good
different.
color. The
I
flow
guess
was
things are
good.
getting better.
The color didn't get too dark
And a
um,
thousand never
towards the
settle,
end of the
huh?
press. The
Yeah,
73 through 120 that we're about to work with
uh,
is going to be even more refined.
listen.
It's going to be more sensitive, and it should go ahead and
We ain't
press
never took a
even
stand,
better
we
at the
ain't had
same
no time to
temperature.
waste. Ain't another
So even
moment
though
to
I
change,
saw a
take
little
it
bit
in
of a
turn, take
flow
the pace. We
increase
don't
at
argue much, we kept it
202
real,
or
we ain't in no
204,
place. We do this
I
every
did
day,
see a
we
little bit
don't lose
more
that,
color
we put on no
degradation
race.
towards the
That
end of
me
the
and you, what
press.
be keeping me straight.
So I'm going to go
Staying
ahead
shorty,
and drop the
stressing me and
temperature
making
back
me ill.
down
My mental tower,
to
picking up the phone, say
195.
every
And
single day.
then we'll go
Trying to
ahead
keep these
and
nigga
hit
eyes
the
from
first
hormones,
puck
but I
like
feel
that,
so.
see how it
Yeah,
responds,
yeah, yeah,
and then we'll adjust as needed.
yeah.
Okay. So I just hit zone A, 195, and same thing with zone B. We're going to hit go. Both plates are at 203 right now. It won't take long to cool those down. Everybody always talks about my origami skills. So I'm going to show you guys the fastest way and the easiest way. Oh, God damn it. When you put your freeze dryer on DU or on fucking defrost, but you forget to put your drain plug into the drain bucket, so it drains on the floor and you're so high that you keep looking around wondering where the water is coming from and then you don't figure it out. So you have a gallon of water on the floor. How special am I right now? I think I have all these fucking microfibers right here. I was legit looking around. What the fuck? I was like, why is it getting wet in here right now? That shouldn't be happening. I'm not washing right now. I'm pressing. All right. I have to change these gloves, but they're so close, right? All right. All right. All right. So let me give you my little order. I like my Black Widow, and I could just be attached to it for sentimental reasons, but I really truly feel like after pressing on a Rosin ink press, multiple Sasquatch presses. The only ones I think I haven't used are like Pure Pressure. I've used a multitude of brand name shop presses for DIY setups. None of them really have the same hydraulics and the same touch as this press. And I thought it was just my plates. My plates were probably about 20% of the reason that it was so fine of a touch, because the springs that I used had just enough resistance to bounce the plates back up. So as soon as you get into pressure, you really have a true sense of feel. There's not too much spring resistance, which eliminates the feel in the actual hydraulic rod. It doesn't translate through as much. So people ask me, what makes this press better, and the hydraulics is one of them. It remains consistent and has a lot of great feel to it. But ultimately, anything that you spend time um, working with, you're going to get used to and be able to do well with. So, anyways, let me show you that quick little fold, right? So this is super easy. Okay. Grab yourself if you have 4x7 cage plates from Low Temp, or even just 4x7 plates, grab these from Rosin Evolution. You can use my discount code if you want. I don't really give a shit. It's 55-pound parchment paper. It's 8x16 pre-folded sheets. Comes with 50 sheets. I don't even know how much it costs. She sent me these a long time ago, and I'm still going through them. And here's how easy it is to prep the plates. It comes pre-folded, 8x8, right? Look. So if it opens up like this, take this and just fold it in half. Okay? Done. That was it. Done. I know you're like, what the fuck? What do you mean done? Watch. Done. That's all I do. There's nothing fancy about it. It's that fucking simple and fast. I love that. How easy is that? How fucking easy is that, you guys? Discount ramps didn't ship your press too well. That's unfortunate. I got mine so long ago, I can't really comment on their logistics anymore because I haven't purchased through them in a while. But when I got mine, I remember it was it's a big, heavy bunch of pieces of metal, and I would blame the carrier on, dropping the box and banging it around probably before I would bang them. Before I would blame them. Man, wife, if you're on the stream, you hear that? You're getting some tonight, baby. All right, let's go. Shout out to John Osterman in the stream right now. He has a DIY freeze dryer that can compete with the likes of Harvest Right. Definitely has better customer service. I say, well, goddamn, freeze dryer. I thought I raised you enough to keep you towards the back. Guess not. Yeah, there we go. You're in the right fucking way. Stupid shit like this I haven't dialed in yet because this is not, believe it or not, my hash head is not done, you guys. I have quite a bit more work left to do before it's done, and it's just fucking delays from suppliers who, for whatever reason, just can't keep up with the timelines that they tell you when they tell you shit. Isn't it crazy how all these companies throughout the pandemic managed to collect your money on time? But then all of a sudden, all of their shit gets delayed months, weeks, and it's just like, what the fuck, bro? I feel like some companies take advantage of this shit, take advantage of that excuse. Like, if you tell somebody a specific time frame, like, you have to understand in certain industries, people aren't just buying shit just to buy it. It's like, it's a business tool. And for example, I purchased a reservoir that cost me over $1,000 when all said and done, and it was supposed to be here by now. And now I found out, like, actually, it was supposed to be here weeks ago. I found out weeks ago it's not shipping until the end of this month. That has delayed my production because I'm not very interested in coming in here and doing a bunch of washes where I have to lift up ice all the way into that thing. That's why I built my temporary little chill vessel right here in front of it. But for me, that was putting a damper in my production, which is costing me money. I would have been way more enthused to get in here and do what I needed to do if I would have had the proper equipment when I was supposed to have it. But if I was running an actual, business with employees, and I was paying my employees, and I told them, hey, I'm going to make your job easier and safer, and eliminate, the labor on your body, and your time and the risk and liability of you injuring yourself. Like, now I would feel personally as a business owner, I would be obligated to either increase their pay temporarily or pay them some type of increased pay in the meantime, or just do the job myself to eliminate the hazard depending on what it is. In this case, it's just an ice vessel or an ice water vessel. But I got a really, really bad back. So I'm not coming in here to lift shit unless I absolutely have to. Pat Doyle, what's up, dude? You sound surprised. I did what? I'll do everything I say I'm gonna do. Oh boy, here comes that money. Look, slowly gonna increase this pressure now. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. Let me back you guys up. I'm gonna do some quick origami yummy. Look, there's a rhyme and a reason. You guys will see. There's a method to my madness.
Nobody I can relate to. If
Stay
they don't
tuned.
like you, they might as well hate you. Look
Stay
at you
tuned.
now. I could create you. If you wanna go where life wanna take you. Look at you stuck the way that you are. You've been at your best, you feel like so far. Always need more even when you a star. Hope you got the nothing again. You did it already, this life is your friend. Don't really think 2 times and not
I've
fast.
applied
Don't
like
really
no
think
pressure
before
in a
y'all
few
pass.
seconds. You see
Don't
that I
really
was just
think about
chilling, letting it go.
last. Happiness always comes
Milking out
last.
that good, nice color.
Facts, yeah, yeah.
That's right. Fill up this diaper with rosin doo doo. Mm,
Life would be giving me butterflies. Don't think about
butterflies.
mentioning otherwise. Stuck in
Otherwise,
another mind. I guess I'll just smoke and wait my time. And wait my time. Yeah. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade away. Gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade
what's up,
away.
Pito?
Gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just
I'm just
fade
now hitting
away.
3.5 tons.
Stay home and smoke all day. Yeah.
Use 25, double
Everything is paid
25
and left with 200 grams is just enough for me to take a dab. I need some
from
water, let me
Rosin
be a fan. I
Inc.
got the sweats with AC on blast. Open my eyes, my kitchen is trash. Dancing on stage, we
I
rocking the
have them
flash.
on my
Everybody
website,
be feeling the hash. This is what we
sbapstore.com.
doing this game.
Go
We
ahead
don't
and
run
grab
from
them
the
from
fame.
there.
We don't
Throw in
fuck
some
with the fools, they
slaps,
claim.
send them
We
your
don't
way.
smoke that sugar from cane.
I
We don't
have
smoke the habit
two
of
and a half
pain.
by
That
four and a
pussy
half
nigga
inch
got me
bags
hypnotized.
and
Put
3
it
inch
in the
by
back of the
6 inch
plane.
bags. Look at that. It's now passing 6 tons. I'm gonna go ahead and bleed the rest of these turps out. Let's get them out of there quick. Get them off plates. Move on to the next press. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to leave them sitting there. This puck has been, once it's at 2, 3 tons on your press, you're not going to cause a blowout really, unless you're just like fucking racing to get up to pressure. But if you're just increasing pressure like a normal person, I'm already at 10 tons now. You know what I'm saying? The pressure is not going to blow out the bag. You're good. It's already super under pressure already. We're at 12 tons now. So our ball said stop. I'm stopping. We're gonna let that do its thing. Ooze, 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 ooze. Look at that big old chunk right there. That big old moco loco. Big old beautiful bitch. Sheesh, sheesh. Rub it all over your face. How many grams? It's all recorded. This is I don't know, 20 gram press maybe, maybe 16 to 20. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call it. It looks like we're done flowing. That shit. Don't forget to put your magnets back. Don't want to lose your shit. Now we're gonna do our diaper because I can already see there's some fucking rosin crumbs here, some fucking rosin doo-doo crumbs. And we don't want to lose those rosin doo-doo crumbs. They're delicious. So we want them to fall into the rosin diaper. Fantastic. And I don't want to lose that doo-doo crumb. There. This comes over here on my little prepared piece of parchment that I had set up. Open it up. Say hello to my little friend. We inspect it. How was our extraction? Our extraction looked fucking amazing. It's not wet anywhere. There's no wet. That's Gucci. So we set that aside. Consider that a full extraction. So now we know we're getting the most out of these bags. There's a potential to get a tiny bit more, but it's actually almost see-through in the center. So that was really good. We're gonna go ahead and set that down there. And then I like to just go ahead and fold this over. And we're gonna grab our cooling block, which is probably not even cool. Still not too bad. Okay. And we're gonna grab the next one and we're gonna move back over here and get to it. How are you guys digging the dual camera setup? Um, is it distracting? Is it good? Is it focused? Is it clear? Do I need to adjust the camera settings at all, like as far as color and shit like that? You know, from what I could tell, it doesn't look too bad. But you guys got to tell me. So we're about right there, right there. Look, I'm using no pressure. My hand is open right now. I know you can't sit there. That. So and down. And letting it do its own thing pressure wise. Once it compresses the puck with the weight there, you'll actually see the puck start to glisten. It's getting wet, wet. Saying, yes, daddy, play with me. And then I, come on. Saying, and just look at it getting wet in there. But you can't see it anymore. You're too high. Oh, oh. Mm. What was washed? Trim. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. A little bit more. She's almost there. Oh, 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 goodness. Goodness. Oh, oh, good. Oh, Bertha. Oh, Bertha.
I've been making decisions on which way to go.
Tissue culture?
Between these two
Yeah,
sides, I
eventually.
know it's one person
I would
that
love to have
I might
a
control.
little tissue culture space, but as you could tell,
I just
I'm
keep
pretty
going,
tapped out.
no one on the
I
right
don't
track.
have
I
much
just keep
more
stacking
space. I don't
these
even have
L's.
closet
Far from
space. I
home,
have fucking
but I wanna
clones in my
just let this
closet.
shit go.
Luckily, I don't wear a lot of clothes, so I think I'm going to be able to fit one more tent in there. But honestly, I'm getting pretty tapped for space, and that's one thing that I think I might just pay for a while because of the connections that I have. I'm pretty cool with DSG Labs, um, so I might just go ahead and have him store the genetics that I need stored for now, and he might do some multiplication propagation for me. I got to see how expensive it's going to be because I don't do freebies. So, there's just too much on my plate
Living
right
life
now to
since the
really.
life I figure out life.
Oh shit, look at me fucking up.
What is this experience? I wanna fly, get too high. I'm from the sky coming down through the clouds, trying to get back and be dabbing on that
Hate how that
cloud.
is. It's in such a bad spot. Hell yeah, do it, man. Do it, do it. Windy in the house.
This world ain't never gonna change till the people can't take it no more. To the wind, I wanna switch lanes. This life is under my control. Can't feel love, nothing but pain. I took everything, no hope. So I sit here playing my strings. They chain to the earth is my soul. Yeah. I keep walking and keep talking and talking until the beat keep dropping and then my head get bopping. Dap it up, that's often. Wheezing the bar from my coffin. Feeling lost, the only option when I be off in my
We're at
noggin.
about 10
Feeling like
tons
this
now.
that'll be bogging me down. The more I know it's exhaustion. Getting off by this nonsense. Made up of the off chances. Opposites are all stances. Open to all answers. Cause this
And
is
I'm
all
gonna go
answers.
ahead and flush
Yeah.
the top of
This
this. You
world
call it
ain't
what you want
never
to call
gonna
it. I
change
just
till
called
the
it a
people
flush.
can't take it no
A
more.
watch. I'm gonna go ahead and flush
To
it.
the wind, I wanna
I'm
switch
gonna go ahead and
lanes.
get
This
that out of
life is
there.
under my control. Can't feel love, nothing but pain. I took everything, no
And then I'm
hope.
able to see how much more
So I
flow is
sit
actually
here
coming
playing
out
my strings.
fresh.
They chain to the earth is my soul. Yeah. I got a habit of asking myself what's actually accurate. No opinion not happening. Is it life when I imagine it? Is this right? Am I not in it? Just a
And there's
fight
still
till
a
I'm
little bit
adequate.
coming
There a
out. You can
light,
see
hope
right
faith
here.
in it. Does it might even exist? Beyond once we adapt to it. This update just imagine it. Avoid a virus with a vaccine. Life by the horns we be grabbing it. This life's so elaborate. Pulls me along like a magnet. My every fabric attracted to this.
I gotta keep you on the right side of the frame. I forgot to remember that now. There. That one was 13 tons.
Yeah. Holding on to reality, look it's normality. What makes something not real? Just one broken down fallacy. Why the hell am I here to question originality? Does this ever end? Gotta get these questions up out of me. The questions and the answers don't make no damn sense. They don't have no proof. Running circles trapped in this fence. Trapped in my brain,
Get
deciding
off
what
what
to
I
think.
can and take it over
What to
here.
think. The
Put it
scars
on the
of life,
parchment.
living this life down.
Running and dodging, bouncing ready,
Open
switching
it
lanes,
up.
stuck
Check
in
the
the verge of
extraction. See how we
reality.
did.
Remember, I just have to break it down like Teffa with Eddie. I always get back up. I'm just loading up the
I mean,
magazine.
if you did a good job
Got a couple
extracting, when you open
projects
up
that'll
the
put me
parchment,
in a bag.
there's not going to be a whole lot of rosin left
I don't know
there
what
for
I
the
got.
bag to
It's
get
sad, but I sure
covered in
don't want it
more
in that
rosin. I know a
bag.
lot of
You know
people
what
have
I
that
mean?
fear,
And I might be
but they like to
fine.
cool it down first or whatever. But it's not like you open it up and there's just big
Cause I
goops of
might be
rosin.
fine.
You know, it's really easy to just open it up, pull it off when it's warm. And then you can allow the parchment to cool off by itself with just the rosin inside, and it makes it much easier to collect, in my opinion, later on. So I'll hold that in the middle of the bag, slide that in, center it on the bow. That's canned air. And I did that because I saw a little speck of dust on the outside of the rosin bag. So I wanted to blow it away before it had a chance to get in the rosin as it flows out of the
Gotta
rosin
get
bag.
it. No, I didn't grow
Good
up
practice is to have
fast.
a
Not
big case of
just
canned air,
fast. No need
multiple
to ask.
cans,
Ain't
have it in your
nothing but
lab
sandy
and
beach.
use it.
Still a week away from
Use it
hitting
often.
Miami. And who I
You
want
know,
to
that's
be
a
beneath the peak. I need to be. I
that's a
breathe
good
beneath
topic
me.
right
I
there
need to
is
breathe beneath me.
goddamn people don't like to
Mama
use shit.
sipping this
They
sweet
buy
tea.
stuff
I don't
and then
wanna
they
fight,
don't
but my
use it.
heart told me I need to
I know so
leave.
many people that have
And I
bought
know that I'll
tools
be in between the
and they
two.
just don't
Still
use
a
it.
breeze.
Like,
Back for the
why'd you
seconds
spend the
I
money
fly.
on that
Seeing
shit?
the angel
And
beneath
I'm
me.
not meaning like, oh,
Wonder
they're
what they
temporarily
are. Maybe they
upgrading
need to
or
be.
they gotta wait to
Under
piece
master
everything
key.
together.
I need to
Like,
just
no,
speak.
they just
Talk to
straight out
God.
have
I
some
need to
shit and
teach.
don't
It's
use
who
it.
I am.
And that
Go fast.
baffles me. I don't
Listen, I
understand
don't know what
that.
to say.
Like, what's the point? Like,
Cause
give
it's
me
my
some of that
own
money,
way.
honey.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know it.
hey, hey.
On the PC.
Ooh, look at it get wet. Look
10, 9 o'clock.
at that
Red dot on the heads of all idiot
secret
men.
SB&B
Listening
jutsu.
below. Inside they say
No, is that not?
listen.
Oh,
Don't worry,
we gotta go to the other side
it's
now.
all good.
Oh yeah.
Maybe with some friends.
Ah, yeah. Come here, come here. I see it. You're almost there. Oh, squirt for daddy. Oh, squirt for daddy. Come on, do it, do it. Oh, flick the beam. Look at that. Like magic every time. I tell Bertha squirt for daddy, and she's like, yes, daddy. Yes, please. I feel like I could do this without looking. I'm looking at OBS right now. That's not fair. Let me go to YouTube. YouTube is behind the stream, so I'm watching myself now.
Speak out when life happens. People think I'm
My
cool.
favorite city is
But
Chicago.
I do
You
the
guys were
most.
talking about
People
places
asking
to
me really
shit
who.
talk, right?
I be smoking on the alien and I use it as a tool. Till I get way too hot, then I really start wondering why do I feel this way inside? I need some water, I'm feeling so
I'm
dry.
gonna guess that we're
Now I'm
somewhere
wandering around, some call my phone. Even
around
though I'm outside, I can
three,
feel the
four
warmth of
tons
your
right now.
fire. Yeah.
Let me see. We're gonna go.
Yeah. Turn the page. We migrate. You can't be
Look,
my favorite.
3 tons,
My
just
favorite
under three
flavor.
tons.
Freaking be
I
migration.
can't even see it yet. I'm still looking at YouTube.
That's that, I leave no trace. This
I'm telling you,
you
man,
can't look at
I
me and
got
see
this
why.
shit
You
down.
can't look at me and see why.
This press is my
So
bitch.
stay hidden beneath my grace and intellect to my ego. Good riddance.
That's what it's about more than anything is getting used to whatever piece of equipment that you choose to go with. It doesn't matter what anybody says is best, better, worse. Whatever you have, you work with it, you adapt to it, you learn how to master it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need much pressure for hash. Typically around 200 to 400 psi, it's going to start leaking. And we're going to go ahead and get her up to pressure now, get everything else out of there.
I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day.
Yeah. Nobody I can relate to. If they don't love you, they might as well hate you. Look at these beings, how I could create you. But you wanna go where life wanna take you. Look at you stuck the way that you are. You've been at your best, you feel it so far. Always need more even when you a star. You'll be back from nothing again. Yeah, you did it already, this life is your friend. I hit the J 3 times and I passed. Just like I did 3 times in my past. Need to feel no pain, it'll last.
I'm gonna stay
Happiness
home and
always
smoke
comes
all
back again.
day. Let my pain just fade
Back
away.
again.
I'm gonna stay
I'm
home
in
and
this
smoke
group chat with
all
my boys on
day.
Instagram, and I let
Let
this
my
talk.
pain just fade
It's so funny.
away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just
When you
fade
forget you're pressing
away.
hash because you're just
I'm gonna
chilling,
stay home and
chilling
smoke
like a
all
villain.
day.
Ooh, I forgot to do the squirt on this one. You guys are gonna see some squirt in
Life will be
action
giving
here.
me
You ready?
butterflies in every dimension and otherwise. But I get stuck in another mind. I guess I'll just smoke and wait my time.
I just gotta get the fuck out of the way
And
though.
wait my
Holy
time.
shit,
Yeah,
son, you guys are assholes.
I'm gonna stay home and
Mm,
smoke
mm, mm,
all
mm,
day.
mm.
Let my pain just fade
I think that's the
away.
best way to do this.
I'm gonna stay
It's,
home and smoke all
ah,
day.
it's so
Let my
fucking
pain just
hot,
fade
son.
away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just
Oh, it's
fade
so hot.
away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all
Look at that.
day.
Delicious.
yeah. Break my head into
Delicious.
kilograms. I'm giving a gram to one of my fam. A
Motherfucking
hundred layers of
yeah.
100 grams is just enough for me to take a dab. I need some water, I need me a fan. I got this sweat, sweat AC on blast. Open my eyes, my vision is trash. Dancing on stage, we rival, we thrash. Growing that fire to turn into hash. That's just what we do in this
Ooh.
game. We stay loving that Mary Jane. We don't fuck with them turfs they playing. We don't fuck with that sugar from cane. We be taking that hash to the brain. Dapping so much that I will
Mm,
All day.
taking that hash to the
I'm gonna
this
brain.
stay
is gonna
home
be
and smoke all
so
day.
chirpy.
Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day. Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay
Look how
home and
easy it
smoke
comes out.
all day. Let my pain just fade away. I'm gonna stay home and smoke all day.
Look, I showed you guys how to do everything from start to motherfucking finish with the fullest transparency that I can goddamn guarantee. I don't see any other pastor putting out on the internet. So do me a favor. If I've taught you some shit, if you've learned some shit, even some what not to do shit, which is what I do. I show you guys what not to do when I do my fuck ups, which is why I do what I do. Right? You guys can learn from my mistakes and my wins. Show some goddamn love and help me get my fucking
Crazy world, I can't exist. Only
viewers
know I
back
can really
on
feel that I was meant for
IG
this.
and
Write
on
my
here.
sins
You
so
know what I'm
hard I
saying?
can't fit.
If you're a regular
Got
here
shots
and you know
cabinet
somebody else that
picture,
watches
but
YouTube,
nothing
which is
makes
damn
sense.
near everybody,
Never after rain.
send them my
Get
channel.
lost when I think about it. The truth I'm
I
looking
feel like
for
we've been
is just
cruising
another
30
day in
to
hell.
50 viewers in the live
Surviving this
streams
life
for
is
the
so
longest
short.
time.
Just another
Every
day
once in a
in
while, we'll
hell.
get up into the hundreds when we do some
Surviving this
washing or
life is so
pressing.
outside of my
But I
control.
feel like
No
there's so
way.
much more that I could give you guys content wise if the viewership wasn't so stale. Not that you guys are stale, but when we have the same people over and over, it's hard to have new conversations, new topics, new ideas, things like that, right? So, um, if I've helped you out, show me some love, show me some support, spread the word, share the channel. Let's get some more heads in here and let's have some more conversations and let's talk about the shit you guys want to talk about and, do the things you guys want to do. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that I don't even fucking touch on that people want to hear about. And they're just like, oh, this guy just rambles about other shit. Well, I don't know what you guys want to talk about. We got to get some more peoples in here. What about autoflowers? Each one of these pucks is about 20 to 21 grams. Mm, there was about 2,800 grams of rosin that went into this, or 2,800 grams of trim.
Don't be getting on my nerves, don't be getting on my nerves. I be smoking on the herb, I be smoking on the herb. I been growing in the lab, but I get it from the earth. In my special with your curb, I been starting to you on. Everybody has a friend, they can make you up on. They can make you up on. Don't be getting on my nerves, don't be getting on my nerves. I be smoking on the herb, I be smoking on the herb. What is growing in the lab, I get it from the earth. In my special with your curb, I been starting to you on. Everybody has a friend, they can make you up on.
Is this the food grade? No, it's the trim run. I don't know what you consider food grade.
Got the packs on the speakers in the trunk, yeah. And the speakers in the trunk, yeah. And the speakers in the trunk, yeah. Bring it down, bring it bang, bring it bump. Got the packs on the speakers in the trunk.
No, if I got sick, I don't even smoke when I get sick at all. It doesn't matter if I have any type of respiratory infection or virus, I don't smoke. I just go on a tolerance break or fuck with edibles or oil. But I don't want to do anything else to irritate my respiratory system. So yeah, I stopped smoking. Fuck yeah, I do. People don't like me, bro. Unknown source 420, different strokes for different budgets. Absolutely. Smoker Toker, have you thought of collaborating with other content creators, just like being part of a podcast discussion with Mr. Grow It? I'm not against it, but people don't like me and people don't like how I communicate. I'm very firm in my opinions and in my beliefs based off of my experiences. Oh shit, hold on, let me plug the camera in or the laptop in. Hopefully you guys don't die. All right, let's see. Hopefully it's not froze. We're good, I think. Um, the quality will get better here in a second. It was just lagging out because I didn't have it plugged in. Laptop was like about to die, motherfucker.
I've been
So
making decisions on which way to go.
is
Making
it
me
frozen?
choices about
Frozen?
shit I don't know. This life never really
I
been
think
in
it
my
is.
control. Control.
Let's see.
I just keep going, I know I'm gon' grow. I keep on stacking, they say I'm gon' blow. It's not what I wanted, but it's how it should go. Should go. Hit the button, rewind. But I'm here to stay, here to play this game every fucking day.
Let me see if the stream is finally caught up again.
Dang.
Is the stream caught up? Is it working yet? Or is it still fucking tripping? Sorry, hold on. Let me finish this press and then I'll fix it. I don't understand why I don't do that shit.
Live once as a butterfly, figure out like who am I, what am I, what is this experience? I wanna fly, get too high. I'm from the sky coming down through the clouds, trying to get back and be dabbing on that loud.
Alright. I guess test. It looks like it's coming through fine now. All good. It looks like alright, cool. Okay. So let me see. My IG page, you need more pics of hash. I just tread lightly on IG, man. And I've been busy. I just posted today. I'm at a 195. So I'm not opposed to going on panel discussions with other people.
I keep walking and walking and
Um,
talking and talking.
I've been
Feeling like a
on,
drop
the
in my
Future
AC
Cannabis
box.
Project,
Lift it up, that's often. Music in my
with
heart, but I'm
Peter,
not
and
feeling lost anymore.
had a good
When I go off
discussion
for
with
a
a
knock,
couple of the
feeling
solventless
like the
guys on
steady
there.
fog get me down. The more I
It
feel
wasn't.
exhausted, the
I
more I
jumped on
feel
late. It
positive.
was,
Made
I
up
think
of the
Deal
fact
Bros
that
was
it's
on
time to
there, and
all
I
stand
don't know if
still
Puffin
and
was
take
on there
chances.
too,
Cause this is all a guess,
but
I guess.
can't remember. But sometimes it just depends on who the crowd is. I'll just leave it at that. My thing is, I don't have time to watch other people, right? I don't have time to
I got a habit of
watch
staying
other
so
YouTubers
focused on
because I
goals.
barely
Thinking not
YouTube myself.
happiness,
I
a
don't
life
even
without
upload
measurements. What's
content
right
that
for the
often.
masses
I'm
instead of
not
right for the
editing shit.
masses. Therefore, life
I'm
isn't
not
about what
engaged with
feels
my
right.
viewers as much as I
Existence
would like to
backwards, we
be.
adapt to it.
So
Stay
for
true to the
me to
basics. Running for
engage
the
with
fastest,
another
never ever quit
channel,
grabbing it. Cause life's a withdrawal,
I
tighter
would
than a
feel
rope
kind
addiction.
of,
My every fabric contracted and
unless
tighter.
the content creator, the channel owner reached out to me directly and said, "Hey, I watch your content, or my viewers watch your content and would be interested in having you on my show." That's the only time I would do it. But it would feel weird to me to go on somebody's show whose content that I don't
Holding on, we gotta
watch.
be real.
It just
We gotta
seems
be
weird and
real.
wrong to me. It's
Metaphors
like
paint a
going to
picture deceiving.
a
So I sit
fucking
tight and
party
question the
for somebody that you
motivation.
don't know.
Cause ever ain't
You know what
ever
I'm
been
saying? It's
truth
just
inside of me.
awkward. You could
Continuing
do
on,
it,
don't make no
but it's
chances.
awkward,
I
and it
got a
might get
habit
even
of
more
feeling
awkward.
so distracted and entertained.
Like,
Trapped in my brain, deciding who
I
I
don't know.
become. Sometimes I think the sky's the limit,
And I don't
and
have a
it's
whole
like
lot of time
dropping
on
and
my plate
dodging.
as
I
it is.
think
I
that
mean, if
we need
somebody
to
were to
talk, and it's been
interview
like
me while I'm
5 years of
working,
practice.
that'd be cool.
Remember, I just has to break
While
it
I'm
down
doing
to
some
the
shit like
basics.
this, you want to
Forget
interview me?
about
That'd
all
be
the
dope.
talking, just load
Because
another
then I
battery.
could
I'ma get it out the
multitask. That's
box,
how
cause
I'm doing right now.
metaphorically
I'm
I'm
talking to
back.
you guys.
Pulling up to the
I get the
final
most out
couple
of my
hundred
time.
racks, he strapped, but I don't even know where he
Yo,
at.
this
And after
doo
the
doo
fact, I guess
rosin
it's best to
diaper
leave
is
it
getting
back.
full. Let's back that ass
Run
up.
it back. Yeah, you know the way we make hash ain't
Hash
fair.
ain't
Yeah,
fair.
we too
Yeah, we
cold,
too
got the
cold. Got
pellet
the
pole
pellet
there.
pole
Yeah,
there.
you know the way we make it hash ain't
Hash
fair.
ain't
Yeah,
fair.
we
Yeah,
too
we
cold,
too
got the
cold. Got
pellet
the
pole
pellet
there.
pole
Got the
there.
pellet pole there, cause we way too cold and my ice stay frozen, my truck stay cold. I keep it insulated so my ice don't go. I keep it installations for my temp control. Not running AC down to
Down
30
to 30
degrees.
degrees.
That's a waste of damn money. Should be coming to me.
Let
For better
me
separation and consistency. I make
consistency.
the whole watch get wanted at me. If you don't believe, your eyes don't deceive. Everything insulated with broken bakes on the sleeve. Saving you money for some shit that you need. Yeah, you know the way we make hash ain't fair. Yeah, we too cold, got the pellet pole there.
Yo, if this is real shit, this is not me complaining. But if the people that I put on game were to try and put me on game as much as I've done for them, my channel would probably be 10 times as big as it is right now.
Like my
Just
mother.
saying.
Gotta keep it from sweating, you know this ice I'ma get it, and then you have to put less in the
In
whole
other
bottle.
news, I
But
have a
you
new
gotta keep
product
it
on the
professional
SBNB
if you want
store
the
that's being
profession. Gotta
loaded
get through
tonight. Got to
color,
snap
move
some
on with
pics in
the
the product
progression.
box.
Don't gotta run down the
But
pressure.
we
Just
have some
bust a
plant
nut, get the
trainers
bag, and then
from
life is good.
Engineered
Girl, you know
Solutions
the way you
or
make a
Engineered
hash ain't
Essentials. I
fair.
can't remember. I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
too cold, got the pedal
Um,
pulled up.
we just started doing business with them, and these plant trainers are pretty cool. They're 3D printed. They adjust. Well, these ones aren't the adjustable ones. These ones are set to 90 degrees, but you can get the adjustable ones. We're going to have them available as soon as their manufacturer resupplies them, and you can set them to any angle you want and bend the branch like super cropping, and it'll hold it in place. And you can do that on pretty much any branch of any size. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know the way we make hash ain't fair.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
made
we too
diamonds
cold,
before.
got
I
the
don't really
pedal
care
pulled
for
up.
them.
Yeah, you know the way we make a hash ain't fair. Yeah, we too cold, got the pedal pulled up.
John, I just looked up and all I saw was my mother rack. Bro, please don't talk about your mother's rack. I'm gonna try and get those going up tonight. Actually, I just need to stop and take some quick pictures and get them uploaded. It won't take me long. We have small ones and large ones, and then the adjustable ones. Like I said, as soon as they get them in, they're gonna send us samples so that I personally can test them and can compare them to the non-adjustable ones and see how much use do I really get out of it. Because there are some branches and sometimes where you don't want to bend it 90 degrees or it's going to break it if you do, you know. So I think it's important to make sure that you're not taking everything past its point, of no return. You don't want to end up with a limp dick branch that doesn't, work
Like a
anymore.
motherfucking trophy, pour out all the water like it's motherfucking
We
holy.
all
Super
know.
back in it, working super duper slowly, brushing butter
Yes,
with
I've
the
made
ice,
jam
making
as
super
well.
duper snowy, stuffing all the cream in this little itty bitty bowlie. Watch the fire shine bright like a god dang holy. Yeah, hokey pokey, man, I'm just playing with the
Your
shorty, yeah,
mother
it's all
rack.
jokey. Enjoy yourself, fool. Enjoy yourself, fool.
That's gonna be a meme later, John. I'm gonna tag you
Smoking
on
flames like a dragon, I'm swimming
Instagram.
like a salmon. We embarrassing, I'm growing in the hands that we examine. We go through the streets, the famine, the wealth will be, I imagine. It's getting harder to break that wall. Time
I'm
to
just
start
thinking of the
bashing.
meme now. This is
Like
great.
a drum, sports or fashion, this here is one of my passions, and I'm always gonna be in this game as a result of my actions. So, enjoy yourself, fool.
The keeper rack. There you go. The the keeper rack. There you go. We had to get the wordsmith in on it. 6:59. Got two more pucks after this. So much rising
feeling. I know you
in
feel
that
it.
doo doo diaper.
Just a little. Got it.
All the new people here are like, oh, it's so brown, so dark, that's nudes. Boof. You wait. Ooh.
Yeah. Now that I'm done with you, turn it to a
I need to
drug.
get a nug run in, baby.
Get high under the rug.
I
Nigga, I'm
mean,
popping with the slime, that's why I bust the nut.
ugh.
Bitch, toss a stall.
Do you
Fuck a
guys
nigga,
want to
get a bitch in the
wash?
mouth. Yeah. I am the light on the path, always
Should we
guiding through the
wash?
path. I got the key to the future and past. I'ma control that piece with your ass. I got the riches from all of this hash. Guiding
If
through
you
the
had the
desert, I'm the
fund
king of the
to
desert.
invest in
King
an
of the desert,
electric
QRT.
controlled
Yeah, I
hydraulic
am a shooter,
press
but I am
over
a
a hand
passer. I got
crank,
the feeling that I'm moving past you. I got this feeling that I wanna ask you.
bruh,
What is the
bruh, bruh,
passion?
bruh,
What is
bruh,
the
bruh.
passion? What did you gain from being an actress? Went from
I
nothing
could
to
hook up a
something. Went from
compressor to
nothing to end up
this
way sadder.
whenever I want.
I be getting so high, end up somewhere like on Saturn. It show me
Let
Mars
me
and
ask you a
Saturn. I
question.
can't stand it, but I put it
Not
down.
to
It's
answer your
all that
question with a
matters. It's
question,
all
but
that
this will
matters.
answer your question.
It's all that matters.
Would you fuck your girlfriend or your wife with your friend's dick if you could afford it? If you had the funds to hire your friend to fuck your girl? Are we are we done with that question?
When you clean your rig, please use some damn soap. You don't need to be licking all on the
On the
iso.
ISO.
When you take a big dab and it's making you choke. And when you took the last stab, it didn't taste like you hope. Please use some damn soap. When
Why
you
not?
cleaning your
Bro, I just
rig,
answered it.
rinse it out good enough to take a big swig. Now that your rig's nice and
Bro,
clean,
why
you can do a little jig, but just
you're not
make
gonna
sure
feel
you
anything?
use some soap for the kid. It'll make your dabs taste just like
You're not gonna
kid.
feel anything.
It
There's
don't
no
taste
touch, there's no
like
sensation, there's
baby
no
or
feedback.
shit, but I can't
How are
tell
you gonna
you
know what's
that
happening on the
you should
plates? How are you
too.
going to feel
So
it?
make sure that you do
How are you
a
gonna be
little
in touch
jig
with
on
it?
my rig. Yeah. Now I be dabbing so clean, clean on
Nuh-uh.
my rig. Look how that shit gleam. I can use this with my glasses to see. Nigga, I'm taking them dabs, taste sweet as could be. Got the Q-tip, I'm keeping it clean. ISO on thick to keep that nice sheen. For the perfect dab, you set up the scene. I'm not from the bang, but when you clean your rig,
He's like,
please
sure, why
use
not?
some damn soap. You don't need
Bro,
to be
no.
licking all on
He's
the
like, but he's my
iso.
bro.
When you take a
He's my
big
friend. Why
dab
not?
and it's making you choke. And when you took the last stab, it didn't taste like you hope. Please use some damn soap. When you cleaning your rig, you gotta rinse it out
My
good
cheeks
enough
hurt
to
right
take
now
a
from
big
holding
swig.
in my
Now
laughter.
that your rig's nice and
Like,
clean, you can do a little jig, but just make sure you use soap
every
for
single
the
person I
kid.
know that's used a hydraulic press has gone back to using the hand crank. With flour, you don't need to feel too much. I disagree with that. I feel like with flour, you also need to feel it because it's the same thing. Once the contents are under pressure, when you have a blowout, you're gonna feel it in your handle. You're gonna feel it resonate through the plates into the handle, and you're gonna feel the pressure slip. And when you're pressing flour, it's a lot more abrasive, and the pressure increases a lot more inside the bags compared to hash. And I think it's super important. Like I triple bag flour presses
Hey nigga, this is your
sometimes.
friend, just stopping on by to visit again. You fucking up now, thought I was your man. You wasn't gonna change, you changing again. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The analogy, bro, welcome to the channel. All of my analogies are like that. I just can't help it, bro. I don't know if it's some horn dog or what, but I feel like everybody relates to primal analogies when, like sex. Like, don't let it be taboo. You know what I'm saying? It's just sex. Sex analogies work well. People understand them. Most people understand them. Manual is better than automatic. I disagree with that one 100%. They've actually tested that on numerous cars. And usually the automatic transmissions are faster than the manual because they're more optimized. It's a computer. It's going to shift perfectly every time. There's no room for human error. It's a lot different than pressing Rosin.
Remember them days of your past. Remember that most of them days was bad. See all that shit that was keeping you mad. You couldn't move on, just leave me like that. Never did think that we were so sad. I thought we was happy getting the bag. Guess I
Thor in the house.
in the mirror, no one looking back. I painted a better picture of myself. Ain't no turning back.
This is Mystic the Goat on the track. It's music of the SB&B squad. Wrong. A real man loves manual. It's not about loving it. I didn't say anything about that. I absolutely agree that it is amazing to be in touch with the car and drive a stick shift. 100% agree. Now, you said better. So, now that we've clarified what you're talking about real men doing real men stuff, like driving stick shifts instead of automatics. Even though some of the fastest fucking cars in the world are automatics. I totally agree though. Stick shift is way more fun. I mean, the element of you being in control and therefore out of control is what makes it so thrilling. Hey now, yeah now. Take me far. Car. Mm, 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 mm. It's time for the final countdown. Sorry, I need another dab. Can you tell? I just want to be Mystic's hype man. Put me on there and let me ad lib. I don't have time to write out fucking verses, man. I get halfway done with a verse and then I lose the motivation for the song. All right, so look, I'm an emotional poet. When I have emotions built up and I feel like I got something to say and I'm in that mood in that moment, I could write some crazy shit down. You know what I'm saying? But when uh when I get out of that mode, I lose it. And I just lose the motivation. So I just stop. So I'll get like half a verse down, get distracted, and then gotta go do something else. And then when I go back to it, I'm just like, So you just gotta get me on there doing some stupid ad libs. Yeah, you know what? You know what else? What else makes you like hate driving a stick shift? When you get that bitch ass motherfucker behind you that doesn't realize that stick shifts still exist in the world, and maybe you should get the fuck off my asshole and let my exhaust breathe when we're on a hill. Because if I just so happen to roll back slightly because I'm in a stick shift,
See, I gotta smoke that ass, scooping
I
it up, giving
mean,
it dab. Know these haters gonna be bad, know these haters gonna be. See, I
it
gotta smoke
takes
that ass,
skill to
scooping
be
it up,
able
giving it dab. Know
to
these haters gonna be mad,
slip
know these
the
haters gonna be
clutch
mad. See, I
properly
gotta
when you're
smoke
on
that
a
ass,
hill
scooping
and
it
take
up,
off
giving it
without
dab.
rolling back, especially when you're on
Look
like
at
the
these
Central
haters.
Coast,
If your girl's titties is
California.
tapping, I'm
There's a
just a
lot of
shaker.
hilly
Too much
areas,
money,
man.
too much honey. My nigga, I'm growing acres. She want me to come over in the dark, but I'ma undertake her. Pull up
You're
in
the
the
same way,
V8, some
Mystic. Yep.
LEDs. I'ma keep growing trees, veg 'em up to my knees. Looking at me like, flower me please. Looking at the heads, I think
I
they
already
got no
have an
sleeves.
electric
First, I gotta
car
take 'em
itch, but
down
it's
while I'm
not because I
driving.
want the
Do some
power, the
quick
torque,
driving.
or anything.
Let
It's
some
just
SPMP shit.
just slowly my entire life has been converting over to more sustainable ways. And if I'm gonna get another gas powered car, it's gonna be a
Know that we
project
taking some
car.
dabs. Know that we making
So
them
my our
laugh.
next
Know that
family
we making
car,
them
or like
laugh.
date night
Know that we
car,
making
or
them
me and the
laugh.
wife, or just for one kid car. It'll be a probably an electric
If
car.
you're trying to
Don't
see
know
some
which one
dabs,
yet,
get
but
some
we'll see.
knowledge. Then come and take a dab with me at SPMP. If you're trying to see some dabs and get some knowledge,
Sticks always got to use
come
gas
and
to
take a
stay in
dab with me
place.
at
Yep.
SPMP. Hitting these
Fire up at
dabs. I've
66
been chilling
CPO.
in the
Hell yeah.
lab like, should I do another pressure off one more slab? I got turps pouring down, looking like cold honey. Now give it to me, girl, go and get daddy his money. Took a dab of apple fritter, shit got me feeling funny. Not trying to do nothing, turps got my nose runny. I'm on that new shit. I'm not thinking old money, not stopping to the government trying to buy hash from me.
Yeah, it's partially inspiration and partially prioritizing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not inspiration. It's the inspiration is there, but you don't always have the motivation and the drive to follow through with that inspiration, or you don't always have the time. And for me, my priorities lie like sit there and write a verse when I'm not even in the mood for it, or go press rosin or wash. You know what I'm saying? Stall on hills and roll into them. Right. Or pull the e brake. Look, the trick is you pull the e brake. That's what you do. Look, old school. Let's say you're rolling up, you're driving up the hill already. You're coming to a stop.
I got that
You know what I'm
automatic in my
saying?
room, got that VBD out into vest enough.
Keep
It's time
the
to
keep
boom,
the
clutch exploding
clutch,
like boom, exotic
push it
freak
in. You
bitches. They
know what
know
I'm
we gon'
saying?
suck my dick, ain't no
Engage the
sympathetic to
brake,
people taking credit.
engage
I'm
the
just taking
handbrake.
credit. I changed the
When it's
planet
time
every
to
two
go
hours.
again,
Paint up on
you
my
go
chest,
ahead and
getting
start
sweater
letting
on my
off the
chest.
clutch,
Ain't that
start
enough?
letting off the
That's
brake a
enough.
little bit.
Taking more.
And then as soon as you
That's enough.
feel like you're ready to roll
That's
forward
enough.
and you can feel the
See,
car starting to urge
hey,
forward,
see, with
just
that
start letting off the handbrake slowly.
special,
Keep the
better hit the
RPMs
slips,
held
better so
and
my
start
clip
letting off the
more
handbrake.
contents
And the car will just go
explicitly
ahead and pull
fucking with me,
forward.
you miss me. Coming
You know what
scientific,
I'm
breaking
saying?
through barriers and
Nah, because most of
prohibitions.
y'all are probably too
Quick
young.
hits, perspective always pivots. We know how to grow and how to grow for a living.
Can
This
I
is street knowledge
wash?
for
Can
the
you
youth
please
and the
rephrase that
willing.
question?
We ain't got no
What you
ceiling.
mean, can I
We gon' keep
wash?
on rising like this dab got me doing while I'm coughing and I'm dying. While I'm coughing and I'm dying.
Mm-hmm. And look, there's not always an option.
I'm about to up
But
the ante.
sometimes, like when I was
Don't go
first,
on the
first learning
dive.
how to
Shit,
ride my
I got a new
motorcycle,
craft.
man,
Fuck
there's
the fuck
some
you say
hills
about
that
me.
are so
Put
steep,
that right in
it's
front of you.
hard to get started
22
on a
for
motorcycle.
22. This right here for you.
And I
Let
was
me
on
tell
one of
you
those
about the
hills
dab too.
where the car in front of me just
Let
didn't want to be like,
you know right
oh,
in front
slow
of you.
down,
This is how we
go
do
again.
it.
They wanted to come to that 10-second stop. So like, fuck. And so I had to put my shit in park and just hold the handbrake until the cars go around me because like that was just learning how to ride, maybe like 2 or 3 months in. And the hill was steep as fuck, like a San Francisco style hill. Yeah, I'll probably wash. I'm gonna drop the temperature in the room after I get done collecting. Um, I think the vessel is full of water already. So we'll go ahead and prep for a wash. But I gotta eat first. I gotta put some more food in my system, let the room cool off some, and then we will get into it.
Yeah, two ways.
I don't have a bike anymore. I had a 2001 Gixxer 750. I rode for about 3, 4 years, but I wasn't your typical rider. Like I wasn't a fucking highway rider, a fucking highway loser, just cruising all fast in a straight line.
I just wanna
No
love while
offense
you
to
here
you
with
guys
me
that
and
do that
I.
shit,
I
but I just
hustle
don't find
harder,
that
learn how to
entertaining
grow
to
a lot of
be
pot.
riding on the
I
highway like
really
that.
wanna know what life
I would go up
costs
to the
me a lot.
mountains
Cause
in
everything
Ojai,
coming with
Ojai
a price
Lake,
and it's on plot.
up in
I
Central
wanna
Valley,
hide my sins
California,
into something close to a rock.
um,
And I wanna smoke a
Highway
ball of that
2,
buzz with it no rock. I be hot boxing with four square
all
blunts.
different
Block
mountainous
pretty four square
roads
with
where
hash
people
on
would
it.
just be all
Rough shot
bikes
might
pretty
really
much,
make a
all
Johnny
leathered up
live. I'm knowing
and
what you
just
wanna
treating it like
give.
a
Love
racetrack.
it when you
And
give
I
your
would
kids.
go and ride
I
up
make
there
you a
with a bunch of
hustle
more
kid. Got
experienced
you doing
riders.
what
So
you're
I
looking to give.
I earned my
You know what that's
stripes
none of your
really
biz.
fucking
Reality
quick,
only is what it is.
really
Got the
fucking
truth
hard.
across
I
your
fell a
tears.
couple of
The black
times,
gotta
low
come and
sided
get
on a
you. I go
mountain
to the
into a
source. Now we
guardrail.
finna go where the
Um,
dope is the
and after that, I was like, I'm never
to this
falling
shit is
again.
done.
My
Now we
bike was good
finna
enough
go
to
where
ride
the
home,
dough is
but I was like, I'm never falling
gotta
again.
come and get you.
And
It'll do
I
it to you.
started riding
Now we finna
every
go where
single
the
fucking
dough is
day.
gotta
And
come and
I
get you
would
one.
push
And then say
myself
that shit is done. Now we
every
finna go where
weekend
the
to
dough
get
is
better and better and faster and faster until I just saw enough people fucking go down in front of me from sand or pebbles or a car would pull out in front of them or they didn't brake right. Somebody braked in front of them and they had to pull the brake mid turn and they bit the handle too hard and locked up the front and you got to allow time for that weight and pressure to shift from the back to the front so that way you have more grip when you go to brake. And if you grab the brake too hard and don't allow that pressure to switch, and you're gonna eat some fucking asphalt. So I saw a lot of people doing shit like that, and it was just unavoidable. And it had nothing to do with the rider's skills. Sometimes it had to do everything to do with like the road conditions or another car. And I was like, man, I can't keep riding like this on the road. At the time, I couldn't afford to go ride at the track. It costs anywhere from $400 to $500 for a track weekend, and that's if you're only paying for the track weekend. That's not your gas. That's not your tent. That's not your hotel. That's not your food. That's not all that other shit. Your maintenance people. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go out to the track by yourself with nobody. You need a tent set up. You need somebody to pay for shit, tools, all that stuff. So it was too expensive, and unfortunately, I had to go ahead and just give it up. And then I ended up having kids shortly after, and it was not that easy. Hey, baby. Yeah, just let me know when I'm actually almost done here, probably like in half an hour, and I was gonna see if you want to eat. No, I'm gonna come in right now and we'll FaceTime them, and then I'll come back and finish this. Men, let me teach you something. Anytime your wife comes and talks to you, she means right now. Let me just make it easy. Just stop, just go do it, and then come back. So we'll be back. Give me a few minutes here. Let me make sure.
The churches dripping down my fucking face. Stepping got them churches, stepping got them churches, stepping got them churches dripping down my fucking face. Stepping got them churches,
Okay, we're
stepping
good.
got them
We'll be back.
churches, stepping got them churches dripping down my fucking face. Stepping got them churches, hey, stepping got them churches dripping down my fucking face. Stepping got them churches, gotta keep on dabbing in my face. You see the dragon putting hash up in the finger till it's gone. I keep on dragging. Know the tech is never slacking. You lazy found a napping. It's hazy from all the dabbing. This world is broke cause I can't imagine. All this work is tragic. And this shit is where the trash is. But the diamonds and the granite are all over the whole planet. We see diamonds in the rough. You just gotta dab hash and smoking up the simulation. So tough information's on our screen. We still fighting to get above. Hey, hey, that with a nigga named Mystic though. Already know how this shit go. Gotta be dabbing on liquid gold. Inhale quick and release it slow. Looking at the turp, just hit the flow. Only get this sound from the goat. Dabbing this hash is spiritual. Clap in the finger, about to go ham bone. Pay all the Wi-Fi, hit me straight to the dome. Like what they keep that chrome. Exotic females got me in my zone, but that's me and me. Bring it home, bring it home, bring it home. Devin got them turp tears. Devin got them turp tears. Yeah. You don't gotta fuck with me, got hundreds and fifties. I hate this new bitch, but I bust on the titties. Don't fuck with my city, I gotta stay litty. I'm high on a plane, had the hash in the kitty. She say I'm too mean, but I don't give a pity. Said bitch, you know my bitch, quit acting so silly. I came up on film and I opened my ceiling, and now I do everything I think of feeling. Better be kneeling when I come through. Bitch, stuck to my soul like I'm on my shoe. I don't even know if I really want you. I just wanna know what that full spec do. That full spec do. I just wanna smoke and eat off some food. I don't give a fuck about fame, get a clue. No, you don't get me, man. You don't even get you. I'm feeling real nice, hit the devil like twice. We probably gon' smoke by the ounce by the night. The future is bright for the moment, so gotta enjoy this action. I know it. People can come through and smoke this. Getting shit done has sharpened my focus. Ain't got no time for that stupid ass whole shit. Cannot be bothered. That has shit so powerful. Put the airplane on a big forehead. Looking at a friend text with a no red. Put the airplane on a big forehead. Looking at a friend text with a no red. Staying so high, I feel like I might die. Turns like I ate me 3 pieces of pie. I'm gonna eat me 3 pieces of pie. Cause I got the munchies that don't wanna die. The way that shit made me feel like a fly. Feeling so smart and the earth come alive. I'm feeling like the world here different cause I'm fried. Hey bitch, roll down the winnies and give me some fries. And get in some tea, you know the size. Don't have surprise, look me in my eyes and tell me no lies. You ain't dig your hand in the bag and touch my fries. Did you? I don't get you. I don't get you. I don't get you. I don't fucking no, I'ma get you. I don't fucking with you. No, I'ma get you. I just play, but I take another dab. Ass walking by, gotta get another grab. Take about 10, call a Uber, call a cab. I don't give a fuck, bitch, cause I'm really not your man. So you come again, bitch, it ain't that bad. I done pack all your shit in those bags. So she should actually probably get glad. I don't go ride up, fuck, she mad. If I don't do shit, man, I'm gonna do this. Spit on beats, hella fire when these first useless. Tryna smoke me some weed in a brand new whip. Fuck big booty bitches covered in cool clip. Hey, hey, hey.
Very nice.
live or die, so my choice is out of whack. Fucking fine, I won't do it, I'm a man. Live or die, so my choice is out of whack. Fucking fine, I won't do it, I'm a man. You ain't really brought this life, you bring my style up for the cloud. Rip a mess, you pump your face, and pull your spine up through your mouth. Yeah, what you moves, you be switching up the facts. Yeah, I just started solo, but I still can call the gang. Yeah, I brought myself and moving forward with some class. Yeah, I let these niggas hate, then I go find another house. Slow down, fuck up, I'm right out of state. Throw my foot on the fucking gas, bitch, I like to spaz. See no death, racking up us in a match. Thought you know we never crash. Half of the fat, shit that she do to the past. But you would die for the gas. Never realize, never finish, just a vision. Gotta keep myself together, gotta kill a ton of vision. Maybe killing all my summers, something out of the vision. But I always follow with the hang on to ambition, yeah. Lately I've been panicking, all my whole slightly vanishing. My own life that I gamble with, this a motherfucking investigate. All these scars on my back, I know nothing's fine. Went to hell, made it back, and I'm still alive. All this hatred of this world, feeling is my mind. I can no longer pretend that everything is fine. I don't need no fucking help, go fuck with somebody else. Put me on your straight as hell, dying on my fucking self. I'm insane, which can't you tell? Niggas solid till they melt. All this hatred that I felt, I'm surprised I'm here as well. Yeah, I don't give no fucks, I talk my shit and still get paid. Last year they were hating, now they trying to ride the wave. I cut off a bitch, I guts and now I feel the pain. I'm fucking drunk in my truck, switching it down for a minute. All of these cats never get it, but still get a new business. Trading in grease for the bridges, I'm breaking all of the lines. See me out in public, they say Scholar, there's a nice. Yeah, see it like it coming, I don't care about the price. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
This is what happens when I'm bored. Yeah, I don't give no fucks, I talk my shit and still get paid. Last year they were hating, now they trying to ride the wave. I cut off a bitch, I guts and now I feel the pain. I'm fucking drunk in my truck, switching lanes. Live or die, so my choice is out of whack. Fucking fine.
All right. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. I had to go say goodnight to the kiddos. All right.
Yeah. I come into this world unknown on my own. They look the same, but I don't really know if they my kind, like a dog in a home. Theory, fear me, throw a bone, I just chase it with the comb. Run your head, can't lick the wounds. Now you dead, fed the lies, worth of fried food for your hungry eyes. When the sky's black and white, many fights forgotten. Many options on your screen for the people to get lost in one decision. Load of questions, really don't know what it costs.
Yeah,
All
people
or
text and
it's all
drive like
gain,
it's
no
nothing these
revenge.
days
Get your
for sure.
bands, feed your family, now you lost them. They gon' boss them, savage, picking cotton, imagine this. See the future of our kids in these actors and these actresses. Why you think they should enact this? Yeah.
So I'm going to continue to let the first or the last stuff that we pressed show off, and we're going to collect the test press stuff that we did first. There's the 45 to 73, and then the 120 to 159. I guess this would be a better view, right?
They not real. No deals make you feel just like they want you to. No knowledge, no research. The milk from the birth is now stunted you.
Now remember I said
Conspiracies
I
keep
don't use
coming
the tab.
true.
So
My thinking
sometimes
get you
my
speaking
collection
about
process
me.
can be a little
Feeling
bit
stronger
slower.
deep inside. I know that you weak. Looking
Depends
past what
on
you know, closing up your
the
eyes.
rosin.
Focus on the function of the mind, but it's just natural selection. Not much has changed, and our world stays right, and not much progression. You know the battle, but ain't talking.
Now this block is not really
Niggas
cold.
looking
It's
at
actually
the
kind of
moon.
room now.
Population, imagination, forever strange in the violent nation. No saving anyone, politics is for your life's debating. Pushing the wrong decisions on the right ones. Opposites attract, like the magnets on the fridge in your basement. It's a different picture than the map that they bring into your faces.
I got what ass. You gotta do the dab. Hey, hey. I gotta drop the temp in the room real quick. We gotta do the dab. Hey, 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 hey. Good bedtime. What are you, 13? You don't even have kids. What do you need to go to bed so early for? Stop being a pussy. Bedtime. What are you gonna get up early and go look at that gym you don't work out in? Play with me, man. How you go to bed so early, Wendy? You gotta get up early so you get up and look at yourself in the mirror, huh? On today's episode of I Might Be Using a Dat Tool, it's so fucking sticky, icky,
Yeah.
icky.
Looking at the carpet in my bedroom. Dead room space like the outer trapped in this clan. Pearls jammed in a chowder squall running on my roof. Press A just to mount it. Leapfrog on a Lego toes dead in a noose. Take your hands off my shoulders, you can't beat a damn caboose. I refuse to eat the fruit. Smack the apple on the ground. Well renowned, the
It's
richest
like
shit. Knowledge I
my
don't hear
AC
a
is
sound.
taking a
Got the weight up
shiznit.
on my back, my asshole will hit the ground. So profound, walking through a mound of shit. How you fucking feel by life now? Purpose need a now, like my head need a crown. Shot, niggas take me to the liquor spot. Know I can see the big plot. It don't matter though, cause I'm here to run my own show. Slow mo when I watch your heart break. I need some more. Hurt this don't work without no heartache. I'm just more. Hurt this don't work without no heartache. Yeah. Nah, I just be playing, I be smoking on that dank. Heading home a little tired from steady stacking up that
I think the
paper.
guy that did
Can't
my
concentrate,
AC
my
did a
concentration.
shit
It really be
job,
so stank.
but I'm gonna have to
Had to
have
wrap it up.
somebody else
Off my
come out
funky
and fix
mind
it
wreck.
because
Battling the
I feel like
masterpiece.
it
I
either
got them
leaks
legendaries. Just like my
refrigerant
hash, I be dabbing from
or
SB&V. Only
something.
get your
Because
skills up, he give out knowledge
man,
for
this shit
free.
does
Kinda just
not
like me,
cool the way that
except
it
it's
should
not
for
that
a
deep.
fucking
Peep the
reton.
story on the
Shouldn't
gram,
be
bend the tube
freezing
not
up. It
clean.
shouldn't be
If you
doing
trying to
any
see
of that
some
shit.
butt then that shit might make you creamy. Got that grow room like the one that's in my dreams. Plus
So
he play me
he
on the
either fucking gave
screens
me
every
some
day. You know he from
chipmunk
for the
chewed up
team.
ass
That's how he
fucking
showed me. None of the terps taste green. If you
flares,
ain't doing
or
correct, then he
he didn't
crushing
charge
your
it
dreams.
right. Sleeping 8 hours is healthy? No, no, hell no. Uh-uh. Bro, do you understand there's 24 hours in a day? 8 hours out of that 24 is a third. Do you understand that if you sleep 8 hours a day, you are literally spending a third of your life asleep for no fucking reason? You don't need that much sleep. When you're an adolescent, like a teenager, and you're growing, and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe. But once you're an adult, man, if you don't get on with that 5 to 6 hours of sleep and get your shit done, there we go. Now that I don't know what the fuck happened.
Like hour later, losses, bosses, over tossing up the window, bimbo sauces, lips smacking, cracking bosses, tossing head till they lost it. Turn the faucet off and light, turning on my dirt bike. Thinking, drinking, someone gotta learn what this life like. When it's right,
Oh,
they gon' like me
that's
not.
like
The rest of them, the invested time I passed, they still arresting me. You see, passion and nails so swell, nigga, you can tell. Sitting on the pillar, hey, like the shit
hold
left me
on,
well ever
hold
made.
on.
Anywho, I'm still rocking
You
many
said
moves,
Captain Dick
many
riding.
moves I done made. I'm a baller, many
You gotta go
dimes
back to
that I
last
found
stream.
in my pocket,
Where's
no
Quantum at?
excuse.
Got Quantum with the detachable dick. Bro, that was such a funny roast session. That was just good
Yeah.
time.
Sitting blue, no Willy Wonka. Angry at the world, this girl soon to be a mama. Mother to child, but child be a mother. But no problem, she never slow down to think thoughts on the money. No, no commas, I'ma be what I wanna be, no Obama. Life ain't real, see right through that cool cat. Prime that 19s, I'm the future, bending no Futurama. See these hoes like TV shows, give me remote, change the channel. Flannel on body, mute button, don't work. With a manual, Louis sandals on they feet. Nails done, but they shallow, can't scratch the surface on purpose, no purpose, ain't worth it. My feelings don't hurt it, cover shit. Change the game, switch lanes, master gas. Too much, my toes hurting. Cough on my tail, no swerving. Teacher's pet, no courage for the feet. Short curtains above your feet. Hide the fact that you be hurting. So nervous, mom spaghetti like confetti, like an angry crowd up on stage. Deep primal rage, no face, just a taste of blood. Scub missile to your heart, for your chest to make a thud. Cause no man can explain my pain. No brain that's been tamed can't ever play my game. And no names for you robot. We all one in the same program. Collect the money, bitches, bitches, and the fame. They so lame.
I can use this Rosin taco technique. Scrape it all up. Hey, yeah. Rolling them out. He said, listen to the wife and really Hey man, I can't fret. You saw me when wifey came and got me, my ass left too. When wife calls, you leave. Especially if you get into nana. You know what I'm saying? You don't leave that way. You don't leave a cold. You don't want a cold meal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat while it's hot. When wifey says, come on, you gotta go. I mean, in his case, he's just going to bed. Oh man, my wife did a lot, and she was tired of getting made fun of. But it's like, bro, like corporate world is so stupid because they can't decide what's politically correct in the first place, but then they want you to be politically correct. And every year it's changing. Every year you gotta watch a new corporate video about being politically correct about racism, ageism, weightism, fucking every goddamn ism there is. It's so ridiculous, man. Concentrate world, good all for personal use. That's all. Look, man, if you smoke, if you smoke an eighth a week and you're smoking good weed, you're spending $200 a month, at least $200 a month. Okay, so why not grow it? How much do you think it costs to grow weed? At $200 a month, you could buy all the shit that you need for less than $1,000 and spend, you know what I'm saying, $100 a month on paying back your loan, which you'll be able to pay back in 2 to 3 months once you harvest. And you could pay back your loan in full and get rid of a lot of the interest, right? Maybe even all of it. And then you just grow your own shit, and it's gonna cost you maybe around $100 a month to grow your own supply, and you're gonna be able to smoke a goddamn half a pound a month. You with me? So that's where I got into it at. I was tired of paying so goddamn much for weed, and it was good weed. Don't get me wrong. I'm still friends with the guy that got me into smoking to this day. You know, my first delivery driver was Goodbye, and I do collabs with him, and I process for him. Isn't that some crazy shit? And I didn't keep in touch with him. You know, the first year that I smoked, I went exclusively through him. We fell out of touch because I started growing my own. And then, like, we ran into each other again a couple of years later at a hydro store, and I hit him up. And then I was like, dude, I'm processing now. Look at what I do now. I'm way better than when you first saw me. He saw me growing when I first started. I wanted him to come in and check it out. He was my delivery driver. He was cool as shit. And I'm like, look, bro, like, he was the grower and the driver. That's why, you know, and I was cool with him. I'm like, yo, come check my spot. Just let me know what you think. I know it's not much. It's going to be small to you. And little did I know back then, it was like some real little shit. Like, it was so embarrassing that I even showed him that. Like, I wonder if he ever thought about that. Nah, it was so small in comparison to what he was doing. Now that I know the level that he's actually at. And, yeah. Anyways, there's the 160 stuff. Getting a real nifty in here now. So yeah, for me, it was a business decision. Like, I'm not gonna keep paying all this goddamn money to smoke somebody else's weed when I can just grow it and pay less, and it'll be just as good once I learn. And I wasn't worried about doing. I goddamn weed. It grows itself. You kidding me? If anything, you fuck it up more by doing more. You just gotta let the fucking thing grow. So I wasn't really worried about growing it. Plus, man, I could research anything. If I wanted to be an astronaut, I learned that shit on the internet. Yeah. That was a joke, exaggeration. And it was smart.
Whatever the best forever, I only get better. Competition like this, a better like a better to take the break. My back is a seven. Back is a seven. My back is a seven. My back is a seven.
Burr. Goddamn. Got real cold. Might start getting a little flaky. Hold it up like a cinnamon bun. Like a cinnamon, baby. I try to use the parchment as much as possible without using my gloves on the actual rosin. That's why I do it like this. And also, the reason that I don't use a dab tool is I just feel like it's another point of contamination sometimes. And I try to avoid the amount of things that are going to contaminate the final product as much as possible. But every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? You just got to grab it
Vegas.
That
Just smoke some weed.
parchment.
Throw the ounce in a blunt, about to spark that shit up. On that hardcore passive, roll another jump. About as high as I'ma get, but I'm hoping it is right. And I'm
Found this
smoking
channel
good.
on accident, and you've been coming and
Slowly,
hanging
slowly
out for a
smoke some
while
weed.
ever
Get
since
some
you
more
have
cause I
too.
trust.
Keeping you in
Feeling
here a
kinda
lot,
sus.
bro.
I
I
might be in the
appreciate
way you
that.
bust. I feel that way because I'm feeling that's the rust. Your parents probably feel you cuz, but love you
You know,
like
I
a
wish I
trust.
could make my
Certain ways
channel
to the
stand out
truth,
more
yeah.
and
Lift it up.
pop more, but I really just don't have time to be a content creator like that. So I bring you guys a lot of live sessions, a lot of personal experience and realness. Like, goddamn, it's cold in here. I'm about to turn off the AC, son. You must have heard me talking shit. Like, oh, you think I don't work? Hold on. Explore. What was it that you first saw? Was it like a story? Maybe I gotta post more stories. I'm gonna start posting a story a day to YouTube. We'll see how many more people I get. But I feel like I get a lot of engagement from stories. Everything's becoming so like you can't just do a normal post anymore. Everything has to be an edited little video with some tacky ass music on it, and like, are people not entertained by still images anymore? Like Instagram does it with the reels, YouTube does it with the stories now. I just don't understand why everything is moved in that general direction. I'm assuming it's because whoever the big brains are behind all this advertising, they're like, hey, this works, do this, and the zombies will follow. Guess it catches people's attention differently. I don't get all those stupid little fucking TikTok dance things that people are doing. They're like, they see somebody. Look at me. Look at how stupid this looks. Look, what is people doing this? But look how stupid. Look how stupid I look with somebody else's voice and music overlay, just doing dumb shit. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? What are you accomplishing? What the fuck are you doing? And people record it, and then you know it wasn't like a first take. Like these people recorded it multiple times, probably picked the best one or did it until they got it right. They had multiple opportunities to think about this shit. It's not too late to stop. It's not too late. But no, they went through with it and they posted, and it's like, in my opinion, do you know how fucking stupid you look? Oh my god, it just, oh my god, it's so fucking cringy. Oh, it hurts me. It hurts. It hurts. Oh my god. I wish I could say white people, but it's not even just white people. And white people don't get mad because you guys are known for doing stupid shit like that. All right, it's everybody's doing it now. They got everybody doing that stupid shit. It makes no fucking sense. Social media has got people choosing the possibility of being viral over their own life. I'm gonna go run my ass across this fucking crate challenge where I've seen a bunch of people bust their ass, break their arm in their face because I could be viral. No, and you could tell some of them do it for clout, straight clout. Oh, no. I guess that's what all that is. All that TikTok cringy shit. It's all just for clout. Look at me. Look at me doing what everybody else is doing. Ugh. God damn it. Makes me want to fucking stab my eyes out. It just gets me hot thinking about it. It gets me flustered because it's just so ridiculous. It's just so mind-numbingly like they're just dumbing down. Like it's just getting faster and faster too. Like the dumb down is just happening so quick. My sister, my youngest sister, she's 10 years younger than me. Her whole generation, and I say that because it's 10 years, the difference. Fucking degenerates. There's like a handful of her friends that were like good kids, in my opinion. The rest of them were fucking degenerates. Society is devolving. For real. I feel like the internet, man, like people don't realize there's so much quality content out there that you could fill your brain with, you could fill your time with. And people choose to do it with the dumbest shit. Like, oh yeah, let me spend my time watching Tom, Dick, and Harry eat a dance that everybody else on the internet. Like, you know what I watched earlier? I watched some more Mark Rober, and I watched Smarter Every Day, and other engineer kid. I don't know his name, but I like watching him. He likes makes auto aiming robots. He has an auto aiming bow that doesn't miss the target. He made a basketball hoop that you cannot miss the shot. He does all these crazy advanced engineering projects just for fun. Documents it all. Anyways, so you guys want to hear some cool tech? Or here's not really tech, it's tips. Here's some tips. Don't wear black gloves when you're working with ash. When you wear black gloves, it makes it incredibly difficult to know when you have any type of contamination on your hand, whether it be little fuzzies or lint, speck of dust, what have you. And so when you use blue gloves, clear gloves, fucking hot pink, I don't care, any other color besides black, it makes it a lot easier to tell when you're For example, I'm wearing a black shirt right now. You know how easy it would be to get a little tiny black piece of speck, what's called a speck, a black speck. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so easy. So it's just like you got to be mindful of where you're placing your hand, what you touch, how often you change your gloves. I change my gloves pretty often. I go through probably more gloves than is necessary, but I'd rather play it safe than sorry when it comes to handling the rosin. So you'll see me change gloves a lot. Toilet water, yeah, magic toilet water. For the
for my
water, for my
stress. Keep my
stress.
salt, limit comment of the message. The pH strip need a EHV for me to mix the chemicals to pass my test. That magic toilet water is the best. They don't say no more, say less.
Say
Loyalty,
less.
don't fuss. Gotta play my cards right. I mean, I had to
I do
invest.
invest.
Magic
Magic
toilet water
toilet
for
water
my
for
stress.
myself.
That magic
Magic
toilet water
toilet
is
water
the
is
best. The best. Magic toilet water for my stress.
hey, hey.
Magic toilet water is the best. And I passed
Gonna
my
pass my
test.
test.
Yeah, I passed my test. Yeah, I passed my test. Don't say more, say
Say
less.
less. The audio is kind of off.
Yeah.
Is it? Is the
Hey,
audio
though.
better?
Yeah. I be cooling, booling, schooling, drooling, ripping on the bone. I be sipping on the more. I be dripping on the more. I be cooling, booling, schooling, drooling, ripping on the bone. I be dripping on the more. I be sipping on the more. I be cooling, booling, schooling, drooling, ripping on the bone. I be
Windy? I
dripping on
don't
the
know. Is it
more. I
still
be
here?
dripping. I be cooling, booling, schooling, drooling. You
Windy.
don't wanna see me fooling, tooling. Let the work be moving. Carry it on my back, I'm mulling. Looking at that like Patrick Ewing. We got a problem, we just fuming. We finna fire up, packing the fuel. She ain't trying to come up. She ain't trying to come up off nobody's success. Trying to make the world work. Everyone got an S on their chest. Gotta teach the working people that they could do their best. Can't save everybody and you can't take the stress. Anyway, I'm smoking back up in the space. I be chilling in the house to think about it. Finna get a cuter stay. You know I got them Ramsey skills. Them fall asleep together on the CBD fields. Yeah.
Sorry, I let the room warm up too much when I got cold. I turned off that AC and it got a little too warm. So I'm paying the price right now.
Home need a place that I really, really wanna stay. I've been really okay, used to throw it all away. Taking on my pain, ain't perfect, but I wanna give to my best. Ain't never gave you my all, but I'ma give it a rest. Ain't never gonna rest till we both meet our death. And I ain't never been afraid, that's some shit I accept. I live in this world, that's understanding I'm next. We all gon' be black until we pass all the checks. Might as well invest your time in your craft. Don't worry as long as you got a place, even if you win last. We all gon' see some fruit like
Oh, fucking
CBD. Don't
shots
you
were
find out
fired,
what
boy.
happened to you? Me.
He said, so I go at your girl's house, Zion. She gonna do that. Motherfucker. Ugh, this beat is ass. Ugh, shit.
Push up in the comfort, the mental is fresh. In my world, so no patterns, no level is precious. The concept of sanity, and who never it touches. For humanity to live, will always get stuck. Now I'm in existence, and gravity got time running corrupt. Feel the pressure of life and the weight of the judgment.
Ugh. My taco. My taco makes all the pretty girls dance and wants to get caught under fence. My taco. My taco, 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 my taco. That's all of it. Yeah. Ugh.
All healing, like the soul of a villain. I have no flaws, connected to the ceiling. Wait for your demons, do what you want. Seek the pressure, put down egg expire, rubbing the toilet, tears stained. Clothes seams are tired, playing music lame.
All right, let's break out the motherfucking scale. And then I'm gonna go eat with my baby. I'm gonna tear this out. Hundred grams. We got 100.9. I said 100.9. Yeah, that works. And that's just on the, let's see, 28 there. So we got 128 grams back. There it is. Beautiful. And there we have it, folks. Ooh, fire.
I'm in the garden, smoking hash flower. I live with my friends, the colors of autumn. I'm feeling awesome, I'm from the bottom. Gangsters wanna know what the hash cost. We be so calm, know that I got it. I just wanna this, I like Dennis Rodman. Don't be a problem, don't be a problem. Spinning up the wheel like a robin. Infinite options, diamonds and sauces. We fuck with it down the freaking race car sausage. We be the bosses, we take the losses. And you know we gotta take the penalties too. Getting so hot, getting stuck like glue. Stuck in a good place, not like you. We ain't the same, we have to change. Just got grown by people with brains. People with brains, people with brains. Changing the game, changing the
Alrighty.
game. Every day you staying the same. Got the H310 in my brain. I'ma keep on smoking these flames. 6 different strains got me feeling stranger. Know that they loving the flavor. Ain't adding no touch to the haters. Just know we grew up that way. Now you gotta go and get
All
laid to
done.
your neighbor. Now you gotta get some
Edibles
weed to
grade
roll.
and then
Now you
dabbable
might
grade.
drink some weed, stuff up a
That's
paper.
it. Holla at
Now
your
you gotta
boy.
get some cash to
2,800
make it
grams
rain.
in.
Now you gotta cancel your plans if you
Got
happy for the kids.
128 grams out. Peace. Catch you guys on a little bit later. I'll be back for a wash.